What's up, everyone? I was having camera difficulties, but I think it's good now, and I don't know why. But hey, we don't complain when we don't understand technology. That's just the eternal state that we live in. Hi, I'm Pukas, and I work in software. Wives are present. Glad to hear it. Hope y'all are doing well, Velvet and Galactic. Hope you're having a nice Saturday. Yeah, Saturday. Oh, excuse me. As soon as I go live, I catch the yawns. Alright. So we're still here. Disco Elysium. Let's see if we can make any progress on solving this mystery. Right, this is where I am. Kim is out for the day. I don't have enough money to pay for my room.
I've got nothing to say to you. Why are you wasting...
Yeah, I know. Pharmaballistics analysis. I don't know how to do that. Hello, Pukas that works in software. How do I turn on my iPad? So that's a hardware problem. You're gonna want to go to your local Microsoft store for that.
Can I help you? Got the 20 real?
Bill. Come on, man, it's late. Do I really have to pay you
The breath
again?
catches in his chest. The light in his eyes snuffs out all at once. After a moment, he speaks.
Do you have money tonight? Too
No.
bad.
Here comes a layup, sire. Fall not for it.
But you know what? You're in luck, because you don't have to ever pay me again.
You're fucking with me,
Not
aren't
at
you?
all, officer. It's true. You don't have to pay me anything. You don't have to give me any money at all. If you want a room, yes, you'll need to pay me, but you don't have to just give me money. Giving me money for a room is your choice.
That's not really a choice. I don't have anywhere
Want
else
a
to
free
go.
place to sleep? Fine. You've already unlocked your new room. The trash container outside is ready and waiting.
A new dimension of reality will open. The portal is this bed of waste. Sleep there and awaken elsewhere.
Guard time. Hey, what's that mean?
Is not clear. All that is known is sleep in the trash and there is no coming back.
I'll see what I can do.
If you can pay another 20 real, I'll give you the room again. If not, the garbage is yours, free of charge. Now, is there anything you wanted?
I need a drink.
Do I have a shaker in my hand?
I've never slept in the trash,
Is
but I think
this
you
a
should.
shaker?
He sounds irritated, and it's not a shaker. It's nothing. He's holding nothing.
Hey, Gart, you sound irritated. I just want a drink.
Am I wearing a little bow tie? Am I wearing a bow tie and doing this? Am I smiling? Do you see me smiling and shaking my little shaker? No. Do you know why?
Because he's not a bartender.
I feel like you've given me a hint previously, but it's just not connecting,
Because
Gart.
I'm not a bartender. I'm a cafeteria manager. Is there anything else you wanted?
Oh, okay.
Play it calm. This man needs to understand you need a drink to help the community deal with police stuff.
You don't understand the series. I'm cooking. Ooh, what you cooking, Velvet? My deepest apologies and deepest condolences that you're entering a Pukas era. Look, I am an alcohol-operated detective. If you want me to solve the case, then alcohol needs to go into
Well,
my
in
mouth.
that case, let me pour you a nice, big, refreshing marinella. Do you want that out of a glass or a pineapple?
You fucking do not want to taunt me when it comes to
Don't
marinellas.
be an imbecile. I'm not going to serve you a marinella. I have work to do and broken things to fix. If that was all, I'd like to return to it.
Goodbye. Can I break into my room? Asshole locked me out of my room. Alright. Well, as we know, we do have to listen to our main skill, Inland Empire. What are you cooking and can I have some? You just need to get Garta a girlfriend. I don't know about that one, Chief. I promise not to turn into Gordon Ramsay.
The trash container stands. The smell of rotten food rises to greet you. You see soggy cartons, dirty rags, and organic waste.
Oh god, am I really doing this? Time for bed,
The
Hobo
smell
Cop.
of rotten food rises up at you as you climb inside the trash container. This is where you belong. Disgraced. A deranged law official was found sleeping in a trash container behind the whirling in rags. A hostel cafeteria in Martinez. Gart, manager of the establishment, had this to say. He did ask for a free room, and I said no. I don't make the rules of the game. I just play my part.
Well, I suppose they did say there was no coming back. Okay. Seems to be a bit of a visual glitch here. You die? Yeah, you get disgraced as a cop if you sleep in the trash, I guess. Okay, well that's weird. So we're gonna come over here for a second. We're gonna try restarting the game. Hopefully that will fix the no sleep till case solved. Alright, that's fair. So how'd your XCOM go last night, Tej? Oh, ribbon? That is a department award for my senior project, during school. My team got, we know it wasn't first, but the ribbons are for first, second, and third. So we're pretty sure my team got second place of all the teams in the department. Only Galactic got wounded. Alright. Glad to hear it. Okay, there we go. Okay. So can I sleep on this bench? Because I don't have anything to do until Kim comes back.
You sit on the wind-worn wooden planks of the bench. Your feet ache. You finally stop picking your nose.
Senior project got an award by proxy. Fair.
Time passes. The bright sun blazing overhead is making it difficult to concentrate on
Is
deep
it?
thoughts.
Hey, bench, is it? 'Cause it's 12:30 in the morning. So, I feel like there might not be a bright sun blazing overhead.
Time passes. The bright sun. It's getting late. Time to head to sleep.
Okay, I understand that it's time to get to sleep, but I don't exactly... Okay, yes, but where can I sleep? First place guys were losers. Yeah, they probably tried, like, way too hard. Oh, wait, I have an idea. I know where there's a bed.
This door is made of metal and appears to be. No one answers. No one.
Damn. I was hoping I could just get back in there and use that bed. Snuggle with Kim, easy. Kim's not here right now, Tej. Kim went to go take the body in for processing. This is one of the apartments I've broken into. Haha. Okay, but why can't I? I would like to... It's a bed. I would like to sleep in said bed. Okay, there's gotta be a bed around here somewhere. Or just somewhere where I can
This
actually sleep.
coin-operated viewer is facing southwest. Its coin slot is full of fossilized bubblegum, rendering the machine permanently inactive. The mute machine is unable to confirm.
Oh yeah, I guess my camera's blocking money. I have 16 real. So, like, I have this antique rifle. And it's worth a lot of money. Can you sell something? Yeah, I can probably sell this. Probably shouldn't sell the production schedule memory cube. Yeah, I'm gonna sell this rifle. Hopefully I can get something for it.
Hello, hello. Let me know if I can help you with anything.
Well, let's talk
Here you
about
go,
sharing
man.
up. Aha. Now
Of
that Kim's
course.
not here, I'll take the drugs.
Sure. Let me have a look.
Oh, I'd
I'm
like
not
to...
purchasing any, and especially that tire. It swallows photons around it. There's no need for necrotic objects.
Your mother is a necrotic object. I'm fun. Look at me sparkle in the light of the projector.
Check my
Anything
pockets.
else you're thinking of selling? Another time.
Nice, I have more drugs now. Your mother is a necrotic object. Alright, guard, I have money now.
Can I help you? Got the 20 real? Good. You got the room for the night, but remember, you'll need...
Yeah. We need more talking articles of clothing with silly accents. I agree. Oh, I can't sell my own old
The
alcohol
bed is
bottles.
still cold from the broken window.
That's
The
sad.
bed is still cold from the wind blowing in from the broken window. The mattress creaks as you close your eyes and try your hardest to fall asleep.
Here we are again, my broken bud. The waves are coming, carrying you away. But you can't go. No, you have to stay. Always half aware of yourself.
Hey, limbic system, I don't
You're
like
not
you.
cooperating, brother man. It's your disgusting body. Even through your sleep, you feel a vague discomfort suffusing it. Your belly and your sides are unpleasantly tender. You wish you could curl up into a fetal ball of safety. But you cannot, because of the pain.
And there's a lot of it, ever present in your organs. It's like every one of them has their own nasty song to sing. That pain in your right side is your enlarged liver, by the way. As for your kidneys, you've really been compounding the damage lately. Every cell in your body is moaning in agony, asking, what did we ever do to you?
Sorry, cells, it's my
Now,
fault.
You're finally thinking about something other than yourself. Let's see how far that'll get you.
I'm an artist and liver damage is my art. Wasn't this the express to fuck
Now
all,
you've
bro?
gone off the rails, baby. Now you're stuck sitting here by the tracks, admiring the wreck around you. You just can't help it, looking at yourself. The sum total of your accomplishments. You're just stuck here, in the half-world. Could try looking at other people, really looking. But why would you want to start doing that?
I will. I'm looking at people all the time. I like
Sure
them.
you do. They're all so friendly, aren't they?
At least they're interesting. Each one has a process just like yours, running in the space between their ears, full of secrets. People are beautiful, statuesque, parodies and tragedies of themselves. A great democracy of creatures.
What do you think you're doing right now? coming to some greater awareness? Look at all these lights blinking in and out of existence. Thoughts! You're just pretending that you're asleep, even to yourself, while the world goes on without you.
Can we get like a mod or something that swaps the voices of Limbic System and the necktie?
Let it. Let it.
But it never seems to let you
I think that would be
go,
fun.
does it? Time to rise and wipe that shining sweat off as best you can. Gather your bearings. Rock and roll.
Good morning, everybody.
The fan stands still.
Oh, crap, now I don't have enough money with me to go buy my dice. Kim.
Yes?
Oh, okay. Kim doesn't have anything new to say.
Can I help you?
Nope.
Looks like the circus left town, but the clowns are still here.
So I seem to have found someone who saw the
A
hanging.
witness? You ain't got shit. The locals would never come to you with this.
That's just tactics, Titus. Next, he's gonna tell you one of us already roll on the others, and he's in witness protection.
The witness isn't a local.
Let's hear it then. Who is your mystery fella?
This goes without saying, but nonetheless, don't give out his name.
Who he is
Like you
irrelevant.
said, Al, Copper's coming up with this on the spot. There is no witness.
I've seen this shit a million times, Titus. Fly fishing. They are desperate. Tell us, Copper, what wacky claims did he make?
Witness said the hanging went down real quiet. No shouting or commotion.
It's you assholes that feel the need to go around like a fucking brass band. The Hardy Boys are dead silent.
Yeah, it's like they put cowbells on you before they send you to the streets. What's with the cowbells, policeman?
About that.
Boss, I think he's trying to save me and Theo.
Well, yeah. What is confusing you? Eugene, Theo, and Elaine were there too. I already told you. We were all there.
Yeah, well, he also said, "The end is here, the great undoing. We shall all be vapor."
That checks out at least.
For the record, which I have to type up later tonight, no apocalypse-related testimony was provided by the witness.
Check out the stand-up comedians the RCM has. When are we gonna get funny men like that?
It looked like a
That means
surreal
absolutely
play.
nothing to me. Sounds like some made-up horse shit.
It means the whole scene was long and drawn out, like it was from a film.
What is this fella's problem? Sorry we didn't make it more action-packed. It wasn't the first thing on our minds, you see?
Shanky, it's Shanky, right? I thought there's something wrong about the lynching story. Now I know there was.
You don't know shit.
I know you are lying, Shanky.
Ooh.
You didn't break this wagon fort, but you did manage to rattle the people inside a bit.
Great witness.
You have so many bad options ruled out, it's insane. There is no way in the world you won't do it this time. Did you already try the gun? You're probably right. The others are only there for filler. To make the gun thing pop.
And what exactly is it you've been doing this?
Wish you got the
got
authority
all the
check.
while
I'm working on it,
Racist
man.
Shit. Don't think we aren't watching, Fascia. People here trust us. We're getting complaints.
Fascia. That's short for fascist.
I haven't said anything
Of course
racist.
you have. You've been calling people Kip left and right.
Callie said they've been trying to set up a race rally, whatever the fuck that means. Trying to get the Kips out of Revachol before the economy goes to shit.
It's a
Sure
lie.
there is. Callie said they're bulk purchasing confetti. Ribbons.
Get the fuck out of here.
What happened? We got absolutely wiped.
What's going on? Are you racist now? Is the rally real? Please don't set up any rally. It will make you look awful.
So I just found a bullet
bullet, you
in his
say?
head.
That's mighty curious.
Indeed. Mighty. How did it get there?
Well, there are so many bullets in the world and so many heads. I guess it's only logical. At some point, one of them bullets had to end up in one of them heads.
It's bound to happen again, you know? Just statistically speaking, of course.
Sire, it would be an event most dramatic if you were to produce the bullet and dangle it before their very eyes.
Gonna ask you again, why was this in the victim's head?
He's got it in a real evidence bag and all.
Why don't you go home and log it into evidence? These men have told you what happened.
Seems to me that the hanging was a cover-up for the shooting.
I think he was shot in the head as a kid, and his brain grew around the bullet.
Around the bullet, man. That's a good one.
All the goofing around is to avoid lying. It's a technique. They're only pretending to enjoy this. Beneath the act, they don't like you knowing this.
So did you guys shoot him?
I probably did shoot him. I was drunk last night. You guys know me when I'm drunk.
Yeah, Glenn likes to shoot his guns when he's drunk. Better hope he stays sober.
No, he meant before he was hanged. Did you shoot him before you hanged him?
Before? After? During? This is getting ridiculous. They told you what happened. Stop wasting your time.
Don't worry, we'll
Never
figure it out
been
sooner or later.
in my life, Lawman.
It's not like you blew it wide open, but there's a little crack in there, somewhere. You have so many bad options ruled out, it's insane. There is no way in the world you won't.
Stop shitting the law.
Yeah. Aren't you listening? It's done.
You're not the law, I'm the law.
Shouting! Stop crashing into people in my establishment! Stop provoking those oafs! They're not going to give you anything, can't you see? I can't have a police interrogation in here. People are trying to eat.
Shut up,
What is
barman.
Easy, babes. What is this? I can't have a slap fight in my bar. It's embarrassing.
We are deep, deep in Far's territory. We need to cool off and re-engage later.
Everyone can see you picked some wrong options. Next time you have to come up with better things to say.
Shut up, guard adults are talking.
Yes?
It's the ledger you found in the trash. A cabbage of papers hang.
Wouldn't you like to know, bar boy?
Inside, you see a set of steering levers, a radio microphone, a pull-out toolbox, and
This is Precinct 57. How may I assist you?
Please connect me to
Just a
Sylvie
second,
again.
officer. Sylvie Malaika on the line for you, officer. Yes. Hello?
Hey Sylvie, it's the police again.
What else do you need to tell?
you hit.
Anything else I can help you with, officer?
It's Firewalker.
Right.
Reconnect me to the 41st.
Please.
10-4, come in. Fireworker. Roger that. 10-10, over and out.
Okay, how do I do a ballistics analysis? While we're talking mods, need a hug Kim button. True.
The bullet is still safely sealed away in a plastic bag. There.
Kim, take a look at this.
Jacketed means it would have been shot from a military-grade breech-loading rifle, and not from a muzzle-loader like those typically found on the streets of Revachol West.
Highly unusual. The people of Revachol haven't carried breech-loading weapons like this for nearly half a century.
Even the RCM uses ordinary and jacketed conical bullets. This is strange. Very strange. I like this, officer. Strange means unique. Unique means incriminating. We need to find the gun that shot it.
Something tells you that won't be anytime soon. This'll have to be one of those epic tasks that's open for a while. You can't remember what happened last week. What makes you think you're going to remember arcane firearm models?
Okay. No, that's a pretty high probability that I have, so probably next level up I'll be able to pop into hand-eye coordination. Oh yeah, I've got plenty of chances to put things into hand-eye coordination. Remember the... Alright, it is Wednesday morning, so let's see if we can get to the other side of town now. Hey, who are these people? Bridge Day. Oh, okay. It's the... Okay, how do I keep missing where the bridge is? It's literally a bridge. Yeah, I know it's literally a bridge, but like... Okay. Okay, yeah, that's what it is.
A rusting control panel. You grab the handle
Haha.
and pull the lever.
You should not miss it.
As soon as the metal connects against the contact, the water lock starts moving.
Aha. Bridge Day.
Okay, if we ever need to get to the coast, then this is the way. But please, don't...
Focus on one. The bullet is still safely sealed away in a plastic rifle, Revolutionary period. Your bullet looks to be an old 4.46 millimeter from the surplus left over from the turn of the century. Probably an antique or a retrofitted antique. The 4.46 caliber was widely used with the Belma grade rifle, a Revacholian manufacturer. The BM dominated the battlefields of the Insulindian theater.
It's the gun that I just sold, isn't it?
50 years ago. No, but Zeliger, a major firearm manufacturer, ended up with a surplus after the war. So there are still a lot of these antiques enthusiasts, guerrilla fighters in distant countries.
What are you thinking?
I think I know where this came from.
Okay. And?
Bell
An
Margaret
antique.
rifle.
That makes sense. There can't be many breech-loading rifles floating around in Martinez or anywhere in Ravachol, really.
Why
Sure,
not?
there's some arms trafficking, but the laws prohibiting the use of breech loaders. Some new RCM recruits get impatient with their muzzle loaders once they've trained with military-grade weapons, but they realize it's worth it in the end.
Prohibiting peacetime law enforcement to front-loaded rifles is a policy enforced by the Moralist International.
Imagine if
Shoot every
everyone,
shot. I like
cops, citizens, had access to firearms that could shoot multiple rounds without pausing to reload. After the first shot, the second, third, and so on. But back to the investigation.
Full-arm jamrock bangers are across
Let's
the
find
river.
out.
Yes.
Next step, finding the gun itself.
Hello, hello. Let me know if I can help you with anything.
You see rows of toy soldiers guarding the rest of the trinkets displayed on the table.
Hello, hello. Let me know if I can help you with anything. Sure. Let me have a look. Anything else you're thinking of selling?
Can I not buy it back?
Another time, perhaps.
The boomboxes on the shelf look well. One especially catches your eye. Deep gold and amber plastic with a big old handle on top. A classic boombox that says Stereo 8 approved. This is you. Golden orange. A sunset suite. Just make sure it works before you buy it.
Sure, this is in working order.
I've tested each one myself with recordings of speech, found sounds and music from a variety of genres, even though I don't really like music.
Wow, a very large red t-shirt with an impressive print stands out from the other garb.
Oh yeah?
The print depicts the antlers on the hood of the man's cloak and his piercing blue eyes.
Hello, hello. Sure thing. Maybe. Shady-looking guys came in here yesterday, looking like they'd just taken off their Wild Pines overalls. They asked if I have a police weapon to sell. I told them I already sold it. They went their way. It was a trip, but you know, all sorts of people come here, asking for all sorts of things.
Maybe Claire really is tracking down your gun.
People as oleaginous as Everard seem like they're lying, even when they're really being truthful.
Sure, man.
Have any
Someone else
guns?
came here earlier today asking the same.
This is a pawn shop, and it did feel as if you've... The lieutenant shifts from one foot.
Sure,
Okay.
man.
That was the gun from earlier.
I doubt it, but I...
The pawnbroker's gaze is...
Okay, so apparently I can't buy that gun back. Awesome. Well, let's see what Bridge Day brings us. Broken fence, interesting. Missing swing. Glory to the ghosts of us. The song. You found the song. Requires a bucks to play.
There's no way to listen to the tape without a working tape player or port. But even just holding the tape makes it feel a little sad. A pawn shop would have a tape player.
Sounds like some superstar needs to sing karaoke. Oh. Banged up fuel canister. Empty bottle.
A banged up motor carriage lies half submerged in the icy water, slowly sinking into the Insulindian Ocean. It must be cold and lonely down there in the icy water. Remember the tire tracks in Martinez? This is where they were leading.
This is where the tracks in the plaza were leading to. Let's
I agree.
investigate.
We should definitely investigate.
You get a sudden sinking feeling. Stomach acid comes up as you look at the motor carriage in a deep, dark, cold water. The motor carriage is properly stuck in the ice. Getting it out would require a team of specialists. The logo is too deep in the murky water. You can't make it out, but you do see a monkfish float by.
The ice hasn't closed around the vehicle yet. My guess is it's been here since last Saturday or Sunday.
The estimate is correct. The incident probably occurred on Sunday evening.
Looks like Jake Burr's journey came to an abrupt end.
Finds no response, but the motion of the waves.
Did you say something, Lieutenant?
But I'd say it has been here since last Saturday or Sunday. Let's wait for the low tide and see what's inside.
Great idea. Then we can get the things inside. The joyrider must have left something good inside. Guns, papers, maybe a cool
tape player. Is this the 1900s? This is a different world.
A strange connection to this joyrider. Maybe he's from some kind of joyriders district and likes blue and white racing livery, like a cop would.
I don't
low
know.
tide come in.
An hour or two tops.
As you sit down in the old rusty playground, the world around you becomes very silent. The hinges creak under your weight, dangerously so. Nothing but the sound of seagulls high above in the sky, echoing like distant laughter. Ice cracks around. The tune on your lips forms a strange yet undeniably beautiful contrast with the surrounding bleakness. The lieutenant gives you a quick glance. Then, still looking straight ahead, he joins you with a higher pitch.
Hell yeah.
More melodic trill.
Whistling with
The
Kim.
clouds pass in the sky, and the shadow of the swing moves like the hour hand on a timepiece. 30 minutes have passed. Looks like this might take a while. Time to present a good topic for discussion.
This was your dad,
My
also,
dad and
you
mom
know.
are both half Seolite.
I don't know who my mom
Clouds
or
on the
dad was.
horizon grow darker, and the shadow of the swing set keeps climbing. You hear the distant rumble of the city. 30 minutes pass.
If we have to side with either the strikers or the company, who should we choose?
Luckily, I
Who
am
do you
already
choose?
a member of an independent organization, and therefore do not have to choose between a rock and a hard place.
But if someone puts a
Your
gun to your
voice
head,
echoes on the water, strange and out of place in the environment. 30 more minutes pass.
is that a number on the
Yes,
side?
41. What do you think it stands for?
Does he know something about the driver of this vehicle?
District something? Something municipal?
A precinct. Yes. A police precinct. Precinct 41.
Oh
Your
no.
A massive pit opens up in your stomach, and the most terrible feeling comes over you. No. Just nope. Say no to this, Harry.
Oh god, it's
I'm
mine.
afraid so, yes. It looks like you started in front of the whirling, jumped over the canal, and then drove your vehicle in the sea right here.
Maybe it was
Of
in
whom?
pursuit of
I
someone?
don't think so. If anything, you were probably drunk.
Probably. Try definitely.
Oh, they're not gonna take me
People are
back
more
after this,
valuable
are
than
they?
machines. Training a police officer is even more costly.
God, the badge, the gun, and now
lieutenant
this.
adjusts his glasses and doesn't say anything. There is also a fourth thing you've lost.
A fourth
More
thing.
precious than the gun, the badge, and the motor carriage combined. Lost
Oh.
forever into the deepest of seas.
Oh, things are
You can
going so
still whistle.
well.
Besides, the night is always darkest before the dawn.
Well, at least I can see what's in there now.
Yes. Let's go take a look.
A badge and a commander's jacket.
Yes?
Ooh, bonus to visual calculus.
A police badge on which you see the photo of a man. You. Some seaweed is stuck to the back.
Found my
At least
badge.
something good came out of all this.
Encased between two durable plastic sheets is a bluish card with lines of information and a watermark in the shape of the street grid of Revachol West. You see a photo, a name, a rank, a document number, the date of issue, and in the lower right corner, your precinct.
Hey,
Harry,
Dubois.
that's long for Harry. So you are Harry. Everard was half right. Probably not a lot of people know your full name. Whoever told him you're Harry Dubois didn't.
Harry
Pleased
Dubois
to
it
make
is
your
then.
acquaintance, Harry Dubois.
He's not going to call you Harrier. He'll keep calling you officer when he's angry with you, and detective when he's not. The badge in your hands shines as you wrote. The man keeps winking at you with his green-grey eyes. The photo is old, no doubt about that. But the badge is new. You used an old photo for a new badge. Good choice. A newer photo would look different.
How
8,
old?
maybe 10 years. The guy in the picture is rather good looking. He's got a nice haircut and is distinctly lacking in massive sideburns.
Why is
What
he
do you
winking?
think? His face is already contorted by the expression, although it looks less grotesque on him than it does on you now.
Detective affectionate. Officer derogatory.
It looks better on him because he isn't
Hey, I knew it was coming.
useless as you are now. Although there's already a hint of that pain, certainly. Don't be fooled. The bad times have already begun. The badge in your hand shines as you rotate it, catching light.
Rank.
Lieutenant W. Freighter.
What's
The lieutenant is a
W
rank above sergeant and below captain. It's the highest rank in the RCM that still does field work. I am a lieutenant.
And W
The title
Freighter.
of Freighter is added to your rank when you decline a promotion to a higher rank. In your case, captain. You have declined twice, thus you're doubly a freighter. There are
Declined.
many reasons one would do this. The rank above you in your precinct's décomptage might be taken, or sometimes promoted officers do not want to replace their superiors out of respect. And sometimes they just prefer the type of police work available to their current rank. In your case, lieutenant.
Heavy-duty case-solving machine.
What's a décomptage?
Décomptage is the hierarchical system employed by the Revachol citizens militia. It means counting down to twos.
The countdown is modeled after the dual leadership system employed by the left during the revolution, which in turn was developed by last-century experimental psychologists in the University of Königstein.
The lowest rank is junior officer, usually teenagers. Then there are the patrol officers, then sergeants, lieutenants, then a captain. That's basically it, except for a few kinks.
What
Things
kinks?
like satellite officers and the additionally a freighter rank I already explained.
The long and short of it is, you're his superior.
Satellite officers?
You are given the title of satellite officer if your partner is quickly promoted through the ranks and you rise with him. You don't seem to be a satellite.
Kim has kinks. God. Okay, so we're not going to mention that I'm Kim's superior.
My pleasure.
Such a small yet precious thing.
Serial?
That's just the serial number. Revachol, Jamrock, Precinct 41, with some numbers for good measure. 4 months ago. I'm guessing that's when you were promoted to the rank of Lieutenant W. Freighter.
Kim Kinksaragi. God.
A new badge usually comes with a new rank. You seem to have been doing well then.
The case created a lot of edge you have to take off. The death march really gets us going. You're pretty sure you weren't doing well, but better? Probably, yeah. A lot can happen in 4 months, especially in winter.
Yeah.
The winters are never easy on you. Of that you are sure.
I remember that time. That was a good time. We had a good work-drink balance going. What happened, man? Pump it up!
Precinct
Yes,
41.
It's the designation of your precinct. 41. Like mine says 57. The 57th is mostly industrial harbor. A lot of asphalt. The 41st is... It's a tough station to work in. You have all of Jamrock to cover. That district should have 3 precincts, but money is what it is.
It's no wonder you are like you are, he thinks. But then again, it's a legendary district, and a hell of a station too. It must be an honor and a curse to work with people like Price, McCoy, Berdiayeva. Roberts, Feuerbach, Dimitri. Suddenly, names from your decomptage flash in your forebrain. And you? Is it an honor to work with you? Don't ask him, ask yourself. The badge in your hand shines as you rotate it, catching light. You see lines of information on.
Alright. Badge acquired. Let's finish up looking around here.
It's only a red chair. Just a red chair in an empty shack, with what looked like a dusty bow tie on the shelf. Nothing to see here, right?
Sounds like we need to investigate
the blood
it then.
red chair. You're going to leave it alone, Harry. That's what you're going to do.
Interesting. I'm assuming that in quite possibly the saddest possible outcome, the dramatic bow tie does not talk to me. Bench.
The worn and beaten wooden plank.
You can revisit the bed.
Quick travel unlocked. Since when do I have quick travel?
The scruffy-haired little boy kicks a stone. He can't be more than 5 years old. The other one looks indistinguishable from him. He watches his brother kick the stone with his tongue lolling out of his mouth.
You guys
The
look identical.
stone-kicking one becomes frantic all of a sudden, as if that's something to be scared of. The obvious fact that you just stated.
He looks just like me.
Yeah, it said
The
that.
boy doesn't answer. His brother throws another rock. Both of their hair is covered in some kind of dirt.
You're bad with kids.
I am,
Don't
yes.
worry, everyone is. How about we do some police work now? We're not getting anything here.
Take care, kids.
You're not sure about the melody, but it might be South Samaran, possibly Sigayan.
Welcome to the fishing village. Please lean in closer. I have cataracts.
How'd you know I
I
was here?
still have a golden ear. Come, come.
Lean forward.
Welcome, police officer. We don't cause any trouble around here. And we don't want any trouble either.
We are not here to cause any trouble, madame.
Trouble? Say the second thing, Bratan. Shows you got style.
We don't cause trouble, we take care of it.
Of course. Last time we saw you around here was 12 years ago. You also came to take care of trouble then. Wish you did. But still, in Martinez, you're considered an ill omen.
I've been
No,
here before?
Not you
Nah.
personally. I meant the RCM. Some of the men got into a fight. One of them killed another, locked himself in that woodshed over there. He was brooding, needed some help opening the door. You got it open for him and took him to think about what he'd done in a more secluded place, somewhere more quiet.
She says it as if he was on some kind of spiritual retreat.
Kind of
Oh,
ill omen.
the usual. Dark tidings. Black hound.
That's you, all right. A black hound licking your own heels.
I'm definitely an ill omen. It's what I've been telling everyone. The end is
You're
here.
not. No one around here considers us an ill omen. People would have told us.
Maybe they are afraid because you're an ill omen, but you're still welcome here, as long as men with guns aren't chasing you. And maybe even then, because that's the kind of fishing village we've built. I'm sorry there's not a lot of room to park the motor carriage, and not a lot of houses. Ah, look at me ramble on. What brings you to us?
Interesting.
You stop mid-step and put your hand on the garish necktie.
That bottle, Bratan! Just look at that bottle!
Where? Bottle? What?
In this drunk's hand, on the pipe there, glowing blue, a mysterious, otherworldly blue, filled to the brim with holy mysteries. It's hard to know what exactly your vivid interior is speaking of here, but I'm guessing it's got a lot of alcohol in it.
Cool.
Oh,
What
I think
next?
this is about so much more than cool. Please go talk to him. See what it's about. I'm drawn to it.
Okay. Is that this one?
Good to see you, friend. Do I have deals set up for you, buddy boy?
Good to see you too,
What do
friend.
you want? I've got smokes. They're cheap. Very cheap. I got Pilsner, great deal. You won't get a better deal on that piss. Spirits I can let go for 300 real.
Okay.
I also have speed. And by speed, I mean amphetamine.
See? There it is, Bratushka! The spirit! Let's buy the spirit! 300 real is a lot, but this has to be done! It's our end game!
This is another stupid drunk idea I'm having that I'm attributing to my necktie.
You don't understand! It's not just another drink! This is what our relationship has been building towards all these years! This is the climax! The mystery! The virginal sigh! You have to buy it from him! Get it off him! Kill him if you have to! Our ultimate fate depends on it! And the fate of many worlds!
The lieutenant looks at you, looking at the bottle of spirits, then at Rosemary, suspiciously.
Why does it cost 300
friend,
real?
It's real valuable. Worth every real, if you catch my drift. Got it from a bit of a business venture.
Mm-hmm.
You know, it's funny, actually.
He's finding it difficult to focus his watery gaze.
What is? What do you mean? What do you think was funny?
This guy.
Conversation might bring a discount, no?
Where'd you get that bottle of
This
spirits?
is medicinal spirits. The good stuff. Got it from the doctor's office.
He ain't shitting you! Medicinal spirits are a blast, Bratan! The flaming truth of this joke of a world!
I got one of those scientific ampules a few months ago. Torpedo, they call it. It's supposed to keep a man from taking a drink. Didn't stop me for shit, that's for sure. 5 lemons with half a pack of butter and you're good to go.
Good
It
tip.
really isn't. In a week, the goddamn kidneys started giving me all kinds of help. Finally, the missus took me to a private doctor's office. Not a charity, the real thing. Those arseholes charged me 4 real to remove the damn thing. But I came out on top after all. The
Okay,
idiots
how?
left me alone in there. Now, I used to teach high school biology. I know what doctors use to preserve dead fingers. Wipe 3 cans of this blue medicinal stuff from the back room. Threw the snakes out and voila. What's left is this beautiful blue stuff. 98.7% almost pure alcohol. 2 I already sold to these fine gentlemen here. But this last one is yours for 3 real, if you want it.
Don't say it.
I think it'll prove
3
useful.
real and it's yours, friend. The deal of a lifetime.
Well done. You got it. That's a much more reasonable price right there. Makes sense now.
Just
you
make
go.
sure to enjoy that one, friend.
Bratan, I am so proud! Now, whatever you do, don't drink it! This deserves so much more than just regular oral consumption!
Am I gonna butt chug
The
this?
tie is so on the money there. Up the bum it goes.
But I don't want to put it up my
Who said
bum.
anything about putting it up there? No! We're gonna put it into a way more special place! So special! Just hang on to it! Keep it safe! Wait for my sign!
Soon.
I'm worried.
The time will come soon. Have patience, brave one.
I'm
In a
off.
civilized world, it's a custom to tip the shopkeep, friend. But come back anyway.
Okay. Found a book.
Yes?
Not you, Kim.
Hello, mister.
She clutches a small stuffed animal. Occasionally, she twirls it around.
My
Where are your
mom's outside,
parents?
and I don't really know about my dad.
Are the twins outside your
Yes.
brothers?
They don't want to play with me. They're older and play outside. They look the same. Sometimes I can't tell them apart.
They look identical, right? I said
They
the same
look
thing.
Identical.
It's
It's Lammy. He's my friend. Sort of. Like.
Lambie is a stuffed lamb that, admittedly, has seen better days. One of the eye buttons is missing, and the fur is tattered in several parts.
Lammy
Nice to meet you,
usually
Lammy.
doesn't like strangers. But you're also fuzzy, like Lammy. It's a
What's
grouse.
that?
You might be able to get on Gart's good side if you replace the broken skewer you almost certainly broke.
What's it
I
for?
don't know.
I know someone who really likes birds.
Just go and get it. I don't like it anyway. It looks angry.
All right. You just need to grab it from the ceiling and go.
Bye!
That seemed too easy. And I feel like our parents are not going to be happy with her. Locked. Okay. So the Reeds. This is probably where Lena's husband is gonna be, somewhere around here. Huh. Yep, that's certainly some good treasure in there. Alcohol and money. Convenient that there's just so much money laying around.
Heavy wooden doors, more than twice your height, stand shut in front of you. The rectangular sea-worn ornamentation appears in stark contrast to the padlock, carelessly drilled into the wood. This cheap-looking padlock is sturdily built. It shackles together a hasp and a staple screwed into the wooden door.
Interesting.
The lock is adorned with a yellow sticker. You see a yellow circle with 2 X's and a big curve below them that looks like a mouth. You're pretty sure you haven't seen it before, but what the symbol depicts is clear enough. A smiling dead guy. The curve makes it smile, and the X's make it dead.
Have you seen this
He
symbol
takes
before?
off his glasses and uses a blue handkerchief to thoroughly wipe them clean before inspecting the sticker. Then he looks up, pauses, and replies.
No.
What does
Looks
it look
like a
like
dead
to you?
man smiling. Suggests junior delinquency. For
Which
Redactual
is-
Z.O.C., the moral intern defined junior delinquents as minors between the ages of 10 and 16 who have committed an act in violation of the law. These acts aren't called crimes as they would be for adults. Crimes committed by minors are called delinquent acts. This was part of your officer's exams. I haven't seen
Suggestive
that
here.
sticker before, and I'm not a youth.
Thus, it must be made by you. There's nothing like the sound of a sticker unpeeling. Now it's stuck to your thumb. Looks like today was a gold star day. Nothing happens, only the sound of the padlock rattling against the door.
I don't think that's going to work.
The padlock passes through a staple that's been hastily attached to the wood. Closer inspection reveals that one of the screws is not a screw at all, but a nail. The work has been done recently and is unprofessional, to say the least. Should you
Interesting.
want to get through, it might be easier to just pry the whole thing off.
That's where
Maybe we
Mr.
should circle
Prybar
the
comes in
building
handy.
first and look for another way.
True.
The building has seen enough mistreatment.
There is a touch of guilt in his voice.
Should we start with that kick drum? I hear
Yes,
sound
the
before.
pulsing bass. A sure sign of junior delinquency, somewhere east of here.
There's something on the sea ice there. Someone has left an unidentifiable article of clothing. It's streaked with dried seagull shit and tangled with pieces of seaweed. A dangling arm suggests that there might be a jacket beneath the crust of filth. It seems likely that it was left in the surf until someone laid it out on this fence to dry out. Unfortunately, that just seems to have stiffened it into a shapeless mass.
Please tell me you're not taking that with you.
Might be a clue.
You think our suspect is a seagull who's been defecating on unsuspecting jacket? Me
No.
neither.
You should still take it.
Aha, more money.
There's some tear, an empty cigarette package, and two empty bottles. No, there's more in there. Livid.
A tragedy.
He shakes his head with genuine sadness. The smell. It's awful and familiar. Don't
What
you
is that?
recognize it? That hideous pungency. That faintly cloying sweetness. Only death smells like that. Something cold wakes in the pit of your stomach. Fear. It is death. It must be.
Heads up,
The
Lieutenant.
lieutenant has already brought a handkerchief to his nose. A man lies on the boardwalk, his limbs bent and neck
Oh,
turned
no.
at an unnatural angle. Right next to him is an empty bottle of spirits. In his cramped hand, a chewing gum wrapper. The smell is not as bad as a 2-week-old corpse, but it's definitely heading there.
Hold on. Lividity is faintly pronounced. Whoever this is has been dead for 2 days. No longer. We need to investigate.
Another dead body. This is your job. Steel yourself. Calm down. Carefully. Just another day. Just another dead body. Breathe. He's wearing
clothes.
mud-caked boots, beige trousers, and an old brown leather jacket with a bright blue lining. There are traces
I don't like
of
the
kebab
implication
sauce
of this
on
being
his
called a
chest.
working class corpse.
A cool leather jacket with a bolt of blue? Oh no, this sounds terribly familiar. You find some sunflower seeds and a rain-soaked library card folded into two. His jacket feels sodden and heavy under your hand.
Good. We should take a look at that library card after this is done.
The man has fallen through a crack in the boardwalk and hit his head against the metal bench. Coagulated blood covers his black hair. One of his feet is still dangling through the hole. You have to be quite inebriated to fall that bad. Well over a liter of pure ethanol. 3 bottles of wine, or 1.5 of spirits. Or maybe it was just dark. His expression is dull, like the sea behind him. Drops of water shining on his moustache. His eyes, empty and wide, look frightening in their frozen gaze. Height, 170 to 175 centimeters. Curly hair, stout build. Age, approximately 50 to 60 years. He was just about to head home. The first step back home proved to be his last. That's what the chewing gum seems to point to as well. There's some dried blood on the metal bench, right where the corpse's head rests. The floorboards are rotten and slippery wet around the hole. An empty bottle lies nearby. A chewing gum wrapper is clutched in his fist. A dried chunk of blood covers the hair at the back of his head.
No.
It's sticky and cold.
I don't like this at all.
This is where he came out of himself, drop by drop, when he was unconscious. It took 3, maybe 4 minutes.
I don't see any other major wounds, do you?
Just the one
Seems
back
like
of
the
the
head
head.
wound was fatal. It's exactly the shape of the bench.
They screech under your feet ominously. It's hard to say whether the dead man's weight was the cause of the boardwalk to break. It definitely looks fragile. You see waves churning below. Something cracks beneath your feet. He could have easily disappeared into the sea through that hole, and you would have never found him. A .75 liter Tallulah vodka with its cap missing. There's hardly anything left inside. It's mid-market spirits with a slight touch of menthol. The man meant to enjoy himself.
Back, food was mid. What was the food, Velvet? What'd you cook?
Tear all around us. I'd prefer if you didn't collect it this time. It's not proper.
True. It feels disrespectful. Grabowski's spearmint chewing gum. Green leaves on the cover. The man's mouth is half agape from the terror of the fall. The blackness of death. Stench. You think you see white chewing gum too. Confirmed. Nearly the whole pack is there.
Huh. Chicken Alfredo. Ooh, sounds good.
He ate the whole pack, right? It's to cover the smell of alcohol before going home. The worst thing is, I've seen it before. Almost the same scenario. Even the chewing gum. It's always the same.
The entire boardwalk creaks in the wind as you take a step back.
Looks
Who is
like
this
one of the
man?
locals. He'd have to know this spot to come here. You don't just walk over here. But that's just a lazy assumption. What do you think?
A dead working-class man with a bottle in his hand? Don't deceive yourself. You know who this is.
We know who this is. It's the working class woman's missing husband dead
The
on the
woman you met at
boardwalk.
the book stand? Why do you think it's her husband?
Leather jacket, matched her description.
The bright blue lining? Well, he's definitely someone's husband.
What should we
From
do with
where
him?
I stand, I can see 2 options. We either take the case and follow the leads to identify the body on our own, or we report back to the station and leave this for our colleagues to handle.
Field
A
autopsy?
isn't necessary if the cause of death doesn't appear to be criminal. And
It was a quick
this
meal
looks
so I could
like
feed
a
my mom and
simple
stepdad before they went to work this evening. Both have power plant bronchitis. Ooh, I'm sorry.
I'd say we
That's
should
rough.
just write down head trauma in the autopsy report and leave it at that. It would save us at least 2 hours of unnecessary work.
Yeah, but isn't that
Maybe,
kind of
but we
sloppy?
don't really have much time or resources to spare. The guys at processing will take care of the rest.
Oh, we found him. We should
Alright,
finish this.
We should first examine the library card you found. Then we can call the station for Mike and Emma. Let them know we are taking the case.
It's okay. I missed my family. That's good. That's nice at least. Folded
The library card is folded into 2 and still slightly wet to the touch. The front side reads, Central Jamrock Public Library Card, issued to Billy Mejean, expires July 53. Billy is a unisex name. Could be the deceased or his family member. Whoever
Look
owns
inside.
this card is an avid reader. You find a list of books written in blue pencil. Radio thriller. Stand a little less between me and the sun. The last one in the list is The Glinton Curve by M. Theobald. A library stamp indicates that the book has been returned. Most of these titles seem to be in the sci-fi genre. Some thrillers too. If lost, please return the card to the library. Dial 005 02 55211 or visit us at Moreau Street, 78, Jamrock. Business hours 900 to 1800.
Good. We should give them a call from my kinema. See if we can learn anything about Billy Méjean.
Alright. Well, that was unfortunate. It smells like tasty fermentation. Okay, well, there's one thing not really taken care of, but we found something. What's this?
And Mikhail noticed the windows, especially with how there are no windows on the south side. This was to deal with. You officers, come to investigate the historic subtext of West Martinez? I'm Khan Hailostam. You must be Kim Kitsuragi, right? I was just telling my son about this
Why does he
building.
know Kim's name?
Not a lot of people realize the historic significance here. Very rich in hypertext.
Nice to meet you.
You and Kim know each other?
No, I can't say that we've met before, but I've heard of Kim, of course. Mikhail, say hi to the officers. Mikhail's a little tired today. We spent all night trying to run Orbis on his radio computer. Have you heard of it? It's a programming language used in Grad. Quite tricky, but he wanted to play this Grad-made adventure program. We've been getting really into Worms lately.
The man speaks in the artificial cadence of a professor or someone who's been on too many radio shows.
But I assume you're not here for giant worms when there are so many real things to see. Just as I was telling Mikhail before, this is where the Coalition landed in 08. We could be standing on what is the most interesting landmark in Revachol West.
This man is your half-brother. You feel it. But why? Well, get a load of this guy. He really enjoys his trivia. The Orbis programming language was named after its inventor, Victor Orbis, a cybernetician from Grad. They run Vox in the Occidental countries.
Thank you for the interesting information.
To you for having me and little Mikhail here to pick your brain. A very interesting conversation indeed.
Interesting. Aha! That looks like a cryptozoologist to me.
Here we go. Nice and easy. No way out, little guys. Not out of this jam.
There's a cylinder on the ground in which the man is arranging some netting. It looks like some kind of trap. He notices you.
Who's there? Oh, the police. Hello, officers.
Is that the police? Why are the police here?
Don't worry, Gary. I'll handle it.
Must be morale.
The pleasure.
Lena sent me. She's been little worried about you and was waiting for you to get back.
Of course. Thank you for passing along the message. That damn water lock is broken, and we can't go all the way around the AL-81.
Yeah, I accidentally broke it, but it's fixed now. You can go back.
Lock with a motor carriage. There was a billboard in the canal, not a vehicle. It said Samaran Butter.
Yeah, it's the sign's fault. We could go back now.
Yes, Gary. We can go soon. If you see Lena, tell her I won't be long.
Will do.
Your wife is waiting for you.
I just have to do one more round. See if the phasmid has taken the bait. Then we're going.
She seems pretty
And I'm
eager for you to return.
to her, I assure you. But I can't leave before we finish with these traps. My wife understands that just as well as anyone.
Come on,
All right.
Morale. We've been soaking out here for days. It's time to go back.
And leave the traps? Absolutely not. I won't let Lena down.
Come on. She wants us back. I'm soaked up to my nuts out here. We'll both catch reed crabs if we don't dry out soon.
Didn't know the phasmid was so important to Lena.
Of course it's important to her. She's seen it. A verified sighting, on record. One of only 4 this century, and it's hers.
Really? She saw it? She didn't tell me that.
That's how we first came to know one another, in fact. But that's her story to tell, not mine.
Needless to say, you must ask her about the mysterious phasmid.
Suffice to say, it's long been our dream to find proof of the Insulindian phasmid together. I can't abandon course now.
Could you warm up and come back check traps later?
No. The traps need to be monitored on a regular schedule. What would we do if the phasmid were to starve while we were sipping tea at the hostel?
He's dead set on this.
Yeah, I'll get going. Ooh, drugs.
A scattering of bullet holes is spread across the cracked wall, reaching from one corner to the other.
Even more bullet holes. Something happened here.
The density of the bullet holes is unusual. Even in a general average bullet hole frequency in Martinez sense. Grim affairs. Meaning, this is a lot of bullet holes. Looks like fully automatic rifle fire. Something you don't see these days.
The lieutenant also nods. It is quite a scene. The two of you standing next to the broken wall of an abandoned building, nodding along. The lieutenant is nodding so hard it looks like his head is about to snap off his neck. The lieutenant matches your nodding pace. He's a true professional at this. The nodding's reaching critical mass. You can't take this much longer, Captain.
Keep nodding.
A small bead of sweat runs down the side of the lieutenant's face as he maintains his nodding.
Just one more nod.
Takes out a handkerchief and softly taps the sweat off his temple. A faint crack echoes through. Abort! Abort! No. Shit. It's too late.
Shit, fuck, help.
Did you?
Ugh.
Glad I stopped when I did. My neck was really starting to hurt. Don't worry, little man. Now, we should get going.
Why is there so many bullet
A row
holes?
of ghostly shades stand facing the wall. There are many of them. A dozen at least. Their heads lowered and eyes blindfolded. It's quiet. No sound. No movement. 10 meters away, other shades are lined up in an orderly manner. Automatic rifles primed. A gust of wind blows by. The coats of the firing squad flap slowly in the breeze. A single person stands on the side. Droplets of rain fall on the wooden planks, the surrounding sand dunes. The clouds block out any rays of light. A long time has passed since the moment of this fusillading. Rain and brine have since washed all.
I actually have a bit of a headache now from nodding.
The abundance of bullet holes leads to two options. Either an inordinate amount of executions were performed here, or they did not use a conscience round, where only one soldier has the loaded rifle. Looks like this was a mass execution with everyone fully armed. A host of men, probably in everyday clothes, ragged from the conflict and covered in dust. They were not sitting, a common practice for executions in some nations, as demonstrated by the height level of the bullet holes. They stand, facing the wall. It's impossible to discern any details about their personality or background. Ordinary people, familiar, each and every one of them.
Who?
Comrades, the forsaken, the wretched, who tried to rise against the horrors of the world. The commandant, the one who gives the order. Machine gun fire crackling through the air. The lights of the muzzle flashes dancing on his face.
Kim, who's in this execution?
I don't know who died here, lined up beside that horrible wall. It could have been any of the parties involved in the revolution. Perhaps the ones executed here were the loyalist conservatives, killed by the communists at the start of the Civil War. Or it could have been the communists, put to death during the last stretch of the conflict by the coalition forces. It could even have been the employees of the failed R&D center down the coast, as their building was taken over by the revolutionaries.
Or maybe...
You mentioned coalition forces. Could it have been them against the wall?
It's very unlikely the coalition forces were the ones who died here. They were always the last ones against the wall. To be honest, if a coalition member was anyone in this situation, it was a commandant, the superior giving the orders.
7 men in combat uniforms and dark coats, holding automatic rifles aimed at the people. Soldiers from some side, but from which one? A cold sea wind blows away the...
That's enough of that. There we go. This game does not make using keyboard controls easy for you. Alright, well... let's run back to the main area and... to follow up on some of the stuff that we're ready to. Just keep in mind that there's still a lot of stuff over here that we haven't finished.
Great news. The boat is big enough for a grown man like you to fit underneath it in a supine position.
What would I be doing over there?
Was it not
Ah!
Hobo cop? More hobo than cop? Or was that fine irony that your facial cortex somehow misunderstood?
Great news, I found someone new to sleep. I'm gonna live under a boat now.
Self-pity is not what we need at this moment, officer. I understand the situation looks grim.
You have a home somewhere. All
Pretty sure I went in there already. Alright. I have a level up, but I'm not ready to use it yet. We need to hopefully get Gart's back on our good side. And make some calls. That's the other thing. Oh, and tell Lena that her husband's coming back soon.
Oh, hello, dear. There you are again.
Ran into your husband on the
Goodness.
coast.
How is he? Did he say why he hasn't returned yet?
He's fine, ma'am. As we had suspected, he couldn't get back earlier because the water lock on the canal was broken. Now he's just finishing up some work.
Oh, yes. That's my Morel. He's bound to catch a cold staying out there for so long. But I am so relieved to hear that he's okay.
You haven't, however. There are dangers out there. Our aging body's foul. Her heart won't rest until Morel is safely back with her.
You didn't tell me you've seen the
You don't want
Phasmid.
to hear about some old woman's ramblings.
No, really, I want to know.
Reflexively, the lieutenant reads his familiar notebook.
Well, it was summer. I was building a racing track out of sand on the beach near a tall stand of reeds. Quite a tall one. Many times my height, I remember. When, all of a sudden...
Wait, how old were you?
I'm getting ahead of myself. I was 5.5 in Betancourt in the suburbs. My grandmother had a summer home there.
What happened?
The strangest moment of my life. I looked up and one of the reeds moved. Not like a plant, but like a living thing. It stood up and looked at me. Its body unfolded like some antique toy. I've never seen anything like it.
Huh.
I didn't know this can happen, so I reached my arm and touched the thing. It felt just like a stalk of reed, but it moved, swaying, towering above me. After a while, 20 seconds, a minute maybe, it left, went into the reeds.
Did you follow it?
But I was only a child.
Huh.
There was mud and high water. I couldn't see it anymore. I was just standing there, knee-deep in mud, looking around me.
Huh.
Where did you go? Don't go.
I ran back home to my grandmother and
Just
asked
want another
her
game
if
of Fridge
reeds
Jenga?
could
Hell
talk,
yeah.
and told her they were looking at me. Of course, she just laughed at me, but I knew what I'd seen. For years, it was a story I told at parties when I wanted to impress boys, that sort of thing. Of course, most people just took it as a strange, amusing anecdote. So did I, honestly. But then I met Morel. We were on our first date when I told him my story. You should have seen his face. He said my descriptions matched the Phasmid down to a T. Its white marble limbs, the way it moved.
Huh.
So that's how they met. This is beyond significant for them.
Thank you
You're
for sharing
welcome,
this with me.
sweetie. I do appreciate the chance to relive it whenever I get one. It was just such an impossibly sunshiny day. So warm.
And she could get up and walk right into the reeds on her own, into the mud, anywhere.
Can I help you?
Found a new bird.
What is this thing?
It's no biggie. Just thought it would look nice on the wall.
What, the interior decorating kind? You know, I'm sorry. This is actually a nice bird. A competent piece of taxidermy. I can fix it to the plaque and have a new bird in the establishment, I guess. So, I don't know. Thank you. I'm gonna go with thank you.
People just don't know how to accept gifts, especially taxidermy. He likes it. He likes the bird. It solves his broken bird problem.
I feel good about our work here today. It's all about the little things, like bringing people random stuffed animals.
Goodbye. Alright. There's one thing down. Now, time to make some phone calls.
Inside, you see a set of steering levers, a radio microphone, a pull-out tool.
This is Precinct 57. How may I assist you?
Need to report a
One
dead body.
moment. Can you please describe the body? Age, sex, cause of death?
Unidentified middle-aged man, height 170 to 175 centimeters, dark hair, medium build. Looks like he slipped, fell through the hole in the boardwalk, and hit his head against the
We
metal
suspect
bench.
he might have been inebriated when he fell. There were bottles all around him, and traces of vomit on his shirt.
Any signs of violence?
Seems to be an
Proceed
accident.
autopsy necessary.
You can hear her quickly typing in the background.
What about his belongings? Did you examine his clothes?
Boots, trousers, an old leather jacket with a bright blue lining. Found a library card from
Any
his pockets.
information on the library card?
Yep.
Good. You have a lead. Do you and Lieutenant Kitsuragi want to take
Howdy,
the case,
Isaac.
or should I assign it to someone else?
We're taking the
I have
case.
assigned the case to Lieutenant Kitsuragi.
Disco
Please fill out on
time.
this library lead to identify the man. We'll send someone to take the body to the morgue. That's all for now.
How's your Saturday, Isaac?
Is there anything else I can do for you?
Connect me to the Jamrock Public
Hold on,
Library.
officer. I've got Central Jamrock Public Library on the line, and I've already introduced you to their librarian. Connecting the call in 2, 1.
Yes, this is Central Jamrock Public Library here. How can I help you, officer?
He sounds worried, yet ready to assist.
Just spent 3 hours on the Celeste level. Oof. You know, funny this happens today, considering that I just got my library card. Oh, my camera's delayed again. That's fun. Looking for any information you can provide on a Billy Magin, a reader?
Billy Majon, you said. Give me a moment. I'll have to check out...
And 0% hungover. I believe you.
Yes, hello. Are you still there? I found Billy Majon's home address. Is
Got
that
to
all right?
sleep in.
No phone number, unfortunately.
They're too poor to have a phone line.
Yes, home address is
Here we
fine.
go, sir. Rue de Saint-Ghislain, 33B, apartment number 20. It's in Martinez, I believe. Cape Side Apartments, it says. That's all.
That's where the smoke of
Nah, I did not drink like Graveyard Isaac levels. Uh-huh. Any other information?
It says here that they returned their last book just a few days ago, but I wasn't at work that day.
Do you know someone who was?
Marie? Marie? Do you remember a reader named Billy Majon? They returned a Tybalt book the other day.
Maurice, what? A woman yells. Then, yes, okay. If it was the police,
Yes, it was my colleague Marie. She said that it was Billy's husband who returned the book. He also asked for this new sci-fi release, Lowe's Radio
Oh,
City
no.
87, but we don't have it yet.
good. You have a name now.
Do you know the husband's name?
Sorry, no. Marie only knows him by sight.
Can you describe me what he looked like?
She said it was an older man, and that she's pretty sure he'd had a drink or two the last time she saw him.
Shout out to the fact the last time I tried 100% Celeste, I fully gave up on this level. Fair.
1 second. Sorry, Marie wasn't really paying any attention to that.
How'd your colleague know it was her
Marie
husband?
knows Billy. She's been working here longer
Huh.
than me. Sometimes her husband returns some books for her.
Feel bad next time.
And then goes for a little drink later. On the lookout.
Thank you, that's all from me.
Goodbye, officer.
Anything else you need from me?
Anything about the owner with those armored
Sorry,
boots?
Sir. I still haven't heard back from the database people.
Okay.
Try calling again later. Is there anything else I can do for you? 57.
That's it for
over
now.
and out.
In the cabin, you see
I'm filling a Viking horn with alcohol. Alright. Apartment 20. I'm looking forward to basically only having to work 2.5 days this week.
check. Heavy fuel oil, check. The paintbrush in your hand is like a loaded revolver. What will it be, Desperado? Quite a few things come to mind.
What shadow lies there beneath the bright gleam? I'm killing it, Pukas. I will still be here, but I have to go make bread. Hell yeah, go make bread.
You've spoken. The wall will now silently repeat the message for a decade or so, until the sea air degrades the paint, adding another layer of detritus to the city.
Very poetic. Real poetry. Should we do investigation? I hear there's a really bad one we are supposed to solve.
Okay, fair. I have 2 skill points now. Okay, so that's 28. What number is this?
A weathered brown door. The
20.
number reads 20. Something smells good. Soup alongio. The lieutenant motions to you to go ahead and knock. This is the door. You already know it's the right door. This is going to be so hard.
Don't knock. Just leave. You don't need this. You don't need to sad it up.
What should we expect?
Let's talk this through.
You hear light footsteps passing by the door and some folk music playing on the radio.
We have our first preliminary identification. In all likelihood, the deceased is the husband of Billy Méjean. We need to confirm this, as well as deliver the death notification to Billy herself. Now, delivering a death notification is never an easy task. There's a reason why it's often called the most stressful part of our job. This is why it's usually done in pairs. You got this. I'll be monitoring reactions, ready to act if necessary.
Any advice on how to tell her?
Just don't say that you know how they feel. You don't.
Good advice. The lieutenant motions towards the door.
Hello? Who is it?
And someone turns down the radio.
Is this Billy Méjean's home? Please, please open the
A
door.
moment, please give us a moment.
Tidying up. Nervously. There's fear in her voice.
Come in. The door is open.
No, I'd really rather not come in. God damn it, it is her.
It's you from the book stand. Did you come to bring my cockatoo back? I don't think I introduced myself properly. I'm Billy. Would you like something to drink? Tea? Lemonade? We're out of coffee.
The lieutenant has taken off his foggy glasses and is busy cleaning them in his handkerchief for now. You're on your own here. He must feel vulnerable without his glasses. Is this why he's letting you take the lead?
Thanks,
Is
but
this
I'm
about
alright.
Victor, my husband? Is he in some kind of trouble again? I can come pick him up in the station if that's what. No, this is something much worse. Is he in a hospital? How bad is it? How have I been?
Can't write a scene without knowing the actors. Ask her. Get comfortable around her.
You live with
It's me,
Victor, your husband?
Victor, and the kids here. We have 2 daughters, Jenny and Jolie.
Where is
The
everybody?
girls are staying at their friend's place tonight. No. Why? Do you have any news?
There's something I have to tell you.
Here it comes. I don't want to.
But we have
I don't
to.
want to do this.
Oh.
Do what?
Officer.
Too late. You ruined it. Just say it now.
Fuck.
You feel something in your chest. An unnatural pressure. It's spreading to your left arm. Yeah. Screaming isn't happening on account of extreme shortness of all you feel is cop suffers spinal tap attack. Detective Lieutenant of the RCM.
Alright. Well, yeah. No, that's not the last autosave. No, that's not the last autosave, right? Alright. We're gonna speed run through doing all that again. Fuck. God, that was like an hour. It's fine. We'll just click through all the conversations this time.
A man. The smell.
Hold on. Lividity.
Another. Calm now. He's wearing a cool. You find some sunflower seeds.
Good. We should
Hope everyone's doing well today.
Or maybe his expression. Height. He was. That's what the. There's some dried blood on the metal. A dry. This is.
I don't see any other major wounds.
What's
Seems
this
like the
one?
head wound.
You see, he could have easily appoints. It's mid.
Tear. I'd prefer if...
True. Grabowski spearmint chewing gum. The black confirm.
He ate the whole... I've seen it before.
The entire boardwalk. Creek.
Looks like one... But that's just...
A dead
The woman you met at the book stand. The bright blue lining. From where I stand, I can see two options. Alright. We should first...
Alright. There's that part taken care of. Hope everyone's having a lovely Saturday. I am.
You hear the tone. The machine is inoperable.
Right, gotta examine the library card.
The library. Billy is a unisex. Whoever owns most of these, if lost, please.
Good.
Can't believe the game didn't autosave at all between then and now.
And Mikhail, you officer.
Nice to meet you.
Yes, hypertext. No way, Mikhail's a little...
The man's.
But I assume you...
This. Wow. Get a load.
Aha! What not a lot of people know is...
Hold on. What's R&D?
Apologies, it's an acronym. You're probably more...
Mayor Kalma. You are not familiar with that one either.
That's not surprising. Only a vestigial ink cartridge. They started out as a mid... Still, Tricentennial was beating them in business. It was here in Martin... An elegant folding mech, which is a feat of engineering, even today. Indeed.
The revolution!
Unfortunately, all of this was built by Felt, even a boardwalk. Yes, they...
A pleasure wheel?
Perhaps reminded of a child.
Yes. To lure in their star engineers. This part of... But of course, what else? No, thanks.
Alright. Taken care of. I recently picked up some new syrups for my soda stream. Drinking ginger ale right now, which is pretty good.
Don't worry. To what to... of course. Thank you for passing along the message. That... Oh, good.
Did he say we could...
Yes, Count.
Sir.
I just have to do one more round, and I'm eager to my wife understands
Heck
that
yeah, very fun.
just as well as anyone.
Come on.
Always been a big ginger ale fan.
Of course, yes.
Needless to say.
Suffice to say, good. A good quality to have.
sorry that both Isaac and I are using you as chore company. Nah, I am happy that I am useful as chore company. I am folding laundry while the cookie dough chills in my fridge. Nice. I have some... Did y'all know you can just, like, buy Ben & Jerry's cookie dough? They just sell, like, little bags of cookie dough.
Meaning this is a lot of bullet holes.
Yeah.
Looks like fully...
The lieutenant is nodding so hard. The noddings reach a small bead of sweat.
All right. I'm glad we stopped when we did. My neck was starting to hurt.
A row of ghostly shades stand facing the wall. There are many of them.
A
dozen at least, 10 meters away. Other shades are lined. Droplets of rain. A long time has passed. The abundance of a host. They stand. Ordinary comrades. 7 men in the commandant.
I don't know. Perhaps.
Remember what Trent.
Another
Or maybe.
Yeah. To be honest.
A cold.
I'm pretentious about my cookie dough. What, Ben & Jerry's cookie dough not good enough for you? No, I don't mean like... Sorry, just to be clear. I don't mean cookie dough for baking. This is like a bag of cookie dough that you can eat. Sorry, Isaac, I know you're maybe not familiar here. Ben & Jerry's is an ice cream place. And so some of their ice cream has cookie dough in it. So you can just buy the cookie dough. Oh, bootleg crumble cookies from Dollar Tree. Interesting. It is. I did accidentally, last time I bought it, I did accidentally buy the peanut butter pack. So instead of regular cookie dough, it was peanut butter cookie dough. Which, like, nothing wrong with that. I'm just... Peanut butter isn't my favorite flavor. I don't not enjoy it, but... There are other things that I enjoy more. But I do also have a pint of... I am unfortunately a peanut butter freak of nature. Like, I don't dislike peanut butter. It's just never been my favorite. Alright, my new bed. Thought.
Great news. The boat is bigger.
Found somewhere new to sleep. Under this boat, it'll be free.
Speed. I understand the situation.
You have a...
Yeah. Okay, I can't go this way. But, you know, Ben & Jerry's cookie dough. Very good. I also have a pint of the Tonight dough, which is probably my favorite ice cream. Because it's just got so much stuff in it. I've been working on that the last few nights. Okay. We are saving to be safe this time. We still have stuff to do, but... Who's this guy? Don't believe we've met.
A woman in an RCM patrol officer's uniform.
I would really prefer not to talk.
As Lieutenant Kitsuragi explained, a patrol officer is the lowest rank in the RCM, below lieutenant and sergeant.
I don't know. I mean, why would I want to talk to you?
If I wronged
No,
you...
you haven't wronged. Okay, fine. Let's talk. What did you want?
What precinct are you from?
Precinct?
Am I from?
Fucking deranged lunatic.
You're the police, right?
Don't say anything, Judith.
Wait, is he police?
Me? No, I'm just a man with sunglasses. I like wearing sunglasses inside. Sunglasses and a fucking wig.
Okay.
What are you
I'm just
doing
out
here?
For...
You?
No one. I'm just a man with sunglasses. And you are?
Policewoman.
A policewoman who just wants to do her job.
Okay. That was odd.
Can I help you? What is this? What? The interior I can fix it to the plaque and have a new...
People
I feel good about our work.
Oh, hello, dear. There you are. Goodness.
He's fine, man.
Oh, yeah, but I am...
You haven't, however.
Oh, you don't want to hear about some old woman's ramblings.
Reflexively.
Well, it was... the strength. I didn't know. I tried.
Where did you go?
I ran for you. We were...
So that's how the...
You're welcome, sweetie.
And she could get up and walk. Right in...
Alright. Almost there. Just have to remake those phone calls. Then we're caught back up. Well, remake the phone calls and then attempt
Inside,
to
you see a set of steering levers, a radio
give the woman the
microphone.
news again.
This is Precinct 57. How may I... One moment. Can you please...
We suspect.
Need to
Any signs
report
of
dead
violence?
body.
No...
You can hear.
What about this? Any information on... Good. Do you and Luther... I have a sign... That's all for now. Hold on. I've got some...
Yes, this is
He sounds worried.
Billy. Yes, hello.
They're too poor to have a...
Here we go.
That's where the smoker on the balcony.
It says here... Marie?
Maurice,
Yes, it...
good.
Marie, no...
And then goes...
Sorry, no. Marie? She said it was an older... sorry. Happy we...
Anything else you need from me? Sorry, sir. I still have 50...
In the cabin, you see...
Okay. Alright, I need to redo my painting.
Paintbrush? The paintbrush in your hand is like a loaded revolver. What will it... You've spoke.
Very.
A weathered brown. Some the lieutenant. This is the...
Don't knock. Just leave.
You're right.
You hit...
We have our first. Now, delivering a dead.
Good advice. The lieutenant.
Hello?
And someone to...
The police.
Tidy. There's fit.
Come in.
Alright.
It's you from... I don't think I...
The lieutenant has taken... He must feel vulnerable without his glasses.
Is this...
I'm alright.
No. This is something much worse. It's
Interview
me,
with Victor.
Victor.
Yes, you mentioned them.
They came... The girls are still... No. Why? Do you have any news?
What was he
His
wearing
old
last
leather
time?
jacket. It's just your average brown leather. Yes.
The lining?
The lining is hand sewn. It's...
She folds. Here it comes.
Okay.
You've done this before. Just keep your focus.
Ma'am, I'm very sorry, but your husband was found dead on Martinez Boardwalk.
Say?
A great and terrible spike. The blood freezes in her veins.
Husband's dead.
Oh.
I'm sorry, ma'am.
Oh. But... He was just...
But he was just here. Alive.
We understand this comes as a huge shock. I want you to know that me and my partner are here for you if you have any questions. Take your time, ma'am.
What happened to him?
It was an accident. He fell through a hole in the boardwalk and
Was
hit
he
his head.
drunk?
Yes.
I see. And you just found him there, lying in the cold. How long had he been there?
If you say 2 days maybe, it will be etched in her mind forever.
It's hard
She
to say.
blinks, eyes welling up with tears, as her hand starts searching for something from the pockets of her dress. The handkerchief.
No
A
words.
small, terrified smile quivers on her face as she takes the handkerchief and wipes away the tears. She looks disoriented.
Is there anyone we could call for you? A friend, a family member, someone who could be here for you?
No, no. I just need to tell my girls.
It burns like acid.
God, should I call them? Should I tell them to come home?
No. A day.
Take a day to recover. You'll be better prepared tomorrow.
It's probably the right thing. Thank you. Just tell me, what do I need to do next? Where is he? Can I see him?
We've taken him to the city morgue. The local coroner will be contacting you shortly to arrange the funeral. Here's his number in case you want to contact him earlier.
A very good call.
Is there anything else that the RCM could do for you?
No, I'll call you if something comes up. I'm still... Thank you. Thank you for telling me. I'll call if...
We should step outside and talk.
Whew.
You did well.
What
I'll
now?
call the station when we are finished with the day and let them know the name of the deceased. That's it.
That's it?
We should get back to our case now that our duty here is done. They'll manage. Let's go.
Alright. Alright, just another fun day of a fun game of Disco Elysium here on Pukas and the Frid. Right. Thank you for your wonderful timing on that comment, Isaac. Alright, now that we have our badge, we can get this one. Oh, is my camera frozen? Well, that's fun. Let's see if I can do anything about that. There we go.
You're back. Good. What can I help you with?
Found my
Love,
badge.
you did. Pleased to meet you, Lieutenant W. Freighter Dubois. I am glad to see a man of high qualification.
You need to be quicker than
Situation
that.
is precarious. What can I help you with, Lieutenant Freighter?
How about you share your information on the lynching, now that you've seen his badge?
The goalposts have moved, Lieutenant. In the absence of the badge, I have informed my employer there will be a probe. I cannot rescind that promise. To my knowledge, the drivers are still at the roundabout. I will tell you everything I know when you've finished with them.
This was your plan all
My
along.
plan is to share information. The only way to do that now is by telling my employers you've kept your end, which I hope you will, because let me tell you, we are in dire waters. The sooner the probe is finished, the sooner I can share crucial information with you. Now, is there anything I can do for you in the meanwhile? Tea, perhaps?
So what was this probe that we're supposed to be doing? Can I get my reality lowdown here?
This?
Yes, Reality is your side case.
How truly curious. A sort of philosopher detective.
Are they?
Yeah.
A deep synthesis.
All right, we're in. I know these all look good, but begin with the first, okay?
Okay.
We're in Martinez. Martinez is a district of Revachol. You would be excused for not knowing about it. Unimportant, they say.
Alright, I am gonna
But
go
what
through
you
these
need to
kind of quick.
Shell to smithereen. Revachol, the great
As if it's self-explanatory.
history detective.
Because this is gonna be
They
a
built
big
this
info dump, and I don't want to spend like 20 minutes
Our part
listening
in
to
it,
this.
at least.
So,
Our centuries.
I'm probably just gonna read the things, and if that is too quick for you, my
They
apologies.
say it's where the terrible... By that I mean, we are standing on a fertile, self-sufficient island, able to... Oh, we're quite a way off.
A collection of tall girls.
22 kilometers from...
Silent. The water. There is no recognition. Only the... She observes your eyes scanning the horizon. This is one thought you need to
Was there something else you...
This has been informative. Thank you, ma'am. I'm sure my memory... Might I suggest not asking them all right now?
Absolutely. My commitment here is long-term.
It's better not to...
Indeed. I'm always at your service.
Me sitting here like, damn, this stream got quiet. Yes, it's because you muted it. Fair.
It remains a mystery what you mean by this something close. This isn't about you. It's about reality. A strange... It's on the...
Glad to have been of assistance.
Okay. Let's go purchase dice. Oh, is there something there? Nope. Okay. Yeah, it turns out that stream gets a little quiet when you mute it. It's one of those wacky little things that happens. Hi, it's not Isaac. Then who is it? Wouldn't you like to know, Lucas? No. My Wi-Fi works challenge level impossible. Fair. It's Emma. Yeah, I had a feeling. Welcome to the stream, Emma. I'm sure we will never see you here again, unless you steal Isaac's things again.
Oh, it's you again. Are you looking for a die?
I came back to pick up my die.
Excellent. That will be 10 real for one set of magnetic dice. This
Here
is
you
an
go.
especially fun set to make.
Dazzling. It's like you have a pair of tiny disco balls in your hand.
Hundred-sided dice are made of ivory and inlaid with magnetic lodestone. When rolled together, pips on the dice interact with each other by pushing and pulling, just like magnetic personalities. Look at the map tab and journal to see which white checks have opened. None are open right now. Alright. Was it physical instrument to get this open? I think.
This orange machine is buzzing like an old submarine. You slip your fingers on. If you want to try.
Equip the pry bar.
Pry bar. May I ask someone to bridge the connection gap I'm missing whether doxing them? Yeah. May I ask someone to bridge the connection gap I'm missing here without doxing themselves or someone out? Emma is a friend who lives
like an
around
submarine.
Isaac.
It has a hand-cranked ice cream churner on top and an electric freezer that appears.
As I assume
Two cables
what
are
I was
plugged
being
into the
asked
breaker.
to
Something
explain. I do things without reason. I live in the same building as Isaac, and I know all of these idiots from school. Okay. You can say whatever you want. I wasn't going to say much more than what I did.
This orange machine is dead still. It has a hand crank. The ice squeaks beneath. You see the...
Yeah, well, I have no idea, officer.
Sooner or later.
Alright. Slay me. Meeting the whole gang via Twitch is funny. Yeah,
Only
fair.
The red somewhere, a machine hums along with...
Lore is the best part. Ah, yes, the deep lore of the very strange group of people that we are. What else do I have to do right now? Not quite yet. Eclectic. Multiple words can be true.
Again, you find yourself looking at that.
Do I have anything new to talk to Hydas
Looks
about?
like the circus left town, but the clowns
are still here. Alright. Let's put a shot into establishing authority.
Looks like the circus left town, but the clowns are still here.
I feel like even my lore is funny and fitting.
As you look around this room full of sweaty men, swearing, drinking, spitting out tobacco, does this look familiar?
Y'all ever get upgraded from failed talking stage to bestie? Can't say I have, I don't think. Where have I seen this before?
The place was called Precinct 41. It was also filled with, almost exclusively, men. Sitting on desks, talking shit, and wasting time.
Look, I get it, Titus. You guys really are the authority around here. You must be. You're just like real cops, drinking beer and sitting around with your dicks in your hand.
Got a problem with beer now?
Not quite there yet. Push on.
No, I'm also a big fan of beer. And jerking off instead of helping people.
Don't help people. I've been doing this job for 10 years. Martinez was a dump before we put this outfit together.
They don't know, man. They weren't here. We had 3 shootings a week, kids dead, fucking graffito everywhere. You cops haven't shown up since the 30s.
Congratulations on the graffito removal. All I see is you sitting around talking about Monica's titties while there's a rape victim.
Things I wasn't expecting when I woke up today. Kim Kitsuragi saying titties.
So what? What do you want from me? We took care of that fuck.
Don't let him drink that. One more push, Quick, just don't antagonize him. You have this already.
It's not about who did it, it's about the victim. She needs help.
She stops mid-sentence. That's it. You got him. He's going to give it up, but on his terms.
You wanna help her, cop? Fine. I'm gonna let you help her. But you treat her with respect. If you don't, if you question her, harass her, a freight train of pain, buddy.
What is her name?
Glacia, I'm on due. She's staying here at the Whirling in Rags. A real pretty one.
Alright.
Silvery jumpsuit, blonde. That's I'm on due.
It's okay. One day I'll find my lover and my bestest friend at the same time. Hello, Galactic. Perfect timing, Velvet. Your wife has arrived.
Shit. The girl. The girl upstairs.
Oh, no.
That can't be her.
Oh,
it's
no.
Her. It's definitely her. It's Miss Oranje, disco dancer.
Yeah. Blonde. Tall. 2 rooms over from yours.
You inexplicably add cool after the victim's name, with your eyes bulging like some wild.
Spoken into existence, the prophecy.
Forming on your brow as Titus looks at you oddly.
I don't understand what's so cool here.
Nothing. We just have a few more questions. Then we'll be on our way.
It sounds like you're having a heart attack. Whatever you said, it couldn't have been that bad. Please relax. Whatever you do, do not tell him you know her. That would sound off.
So what was her relationship with the mercenary?
There was no fucking relationship. He raped her. That's their relationship.
Was like that karaoke incident all over again.
Okay, enough. All of this is irrelevant to your stated investigation.
Thank you. We'll talk to her.
Remember what I said, Fred.
Officer, what was that?
What was what?
You looked strange when he mentioned the assault victim's name.
Yeah.
Is there something I should know before we talk to her?
I met her in the hallway after I woke up.
You were not in good shape on Monday.
She knows I didn't remember being a cop. I tried to hit on her.
It is. This would have been good to know before.
It didn't come up.
Have. Anything else?
No.
We'll be all right, Lieutenant. This is nothing.
You feel fortified by his assurance. It's going to be all right.
Hope we can mash nuts as ghosts. Alright. Oh wait, I can try this check again? Why can I try this check again?
Again, you find yourself looking at that big old
Oh.
window. There's a yellow ribbon tied to one of the branches. Light
Apparently
yellow,
it's time now.
faded with time. A tiny splash of color in the blackness of the thicket. Hanging from it, a bronze key. Someone hid the key in the bush and attached the yellow ribbon to make it easier to find. It's close enough to the latch up there. One can slide it open and just take it. Surely not a coincidence.
If we get the opportunity to breathe the same air molecules, I will bring you some nuts. Someone's hid a key in the bush. Titus, could you hand me that key, please?
Janitor, cop.
If he says it's there, it's there.
And can you let me slide by so I can grab that?
I'm comfortable here. Don't think any sliding would really help right now.
Sorry, fucko. Looks like you're gonna have to go bush diving.
I'm gonna enjoy.
With a loud thud, the old man stands up, pushes the window open, grabs the key from the hawthorn branch, and slides it across the table to you. The key is brass. Workshop spare is etched into its bow,
come on, man. We were just having some fun. Where's the harm in...
I'm tired of listening to your shit.
I'll bring some so we can exchange nuts. Thank you.
Don't thank me. I don't give two shits about your key.
There is a silence around this man's words. Unlike Titus, they're afraid of him. That's the type of respect he commands.
Anyone know why this key was hanging right outside the Union Box window?
Boys. No idea.
Never even seen it. Someone must have hidden it there before this room became our place.
I wonder
It
what
could
it
open the door
opens.
in the kitchen. The blue door.
It's worth a try.
Alright, let's open the door in the kitchen then.
You see, the key fits the dimple lock.
Aha.
It takes a bit of effort to turn. Dust rises before you like mist. No.
To the workshop. Y'all nuts.
Over there, in the corner.
Pinball
Not
machine?
just any pinball machine. This is the pinnacle of pinball. Cornelius Gordy and the Mountain Goats. It's lit. You can't wait to get your hands on it.
Okay, are you seeing what
A
I'm
pinball
seeing?
machine. Gordy's Goats. A classic.
Wait, you've played it?
Feels like a lot. Too much to play it again.
Let's take a closer look.
Ah, great.
Cornelius Gordy and the Mountain Goats reads the golden lettering on
Mountain
the top
Goats?
of the back box. There's a small column of text underneath. The machine is coin operated. Get the game on, finger boy. Those flippers
Finger boy.
are ready.
Let's read
Above
the
the
text.
painting of a moustached man climbing a hill, a column reads, inspired by the legend of Cornelius Gordy, taken on the world's tallest
Lucas and the Frid nut exchange when?
the message holds that when the nation is in danger, heroic Gordy shall return and save his people. The theme of the game is to explore Gordy's climb through the perspective of goats and to ascend to the top of the mountain in a time of trouble. The peak of the mountain is at the top of the playfield. All the balls have small goat icons on them and represent the goats as they race up and down the mountain. Areas around the playfield represent Gordy's climb, places he was said to have camped, which the goats can discover. Get them to the summit.
What's with all the goats?
Think of them as balls. It takes a while to get into a rhythm. But pretty soon, you're able to keep 3 goat-faced balls in play with relative ease. Go, go, finger boy.
I feel sorry for the goats. If they only knew the kind of guy old Cornelius really was.
What kind of guy was
the
he?
kind of a guy who uses the word
Ah.
savages a lot when recounting his travels. A masked nationalist.
Racist
an
mountaineer.
avid huntsman too. He was often photographed in his dining hall, surrounded by wall-mounted hunting trophies from every continent.
BT drinking time. Ooh, enjoy your tea. It's
He
not
also
cool.
hid his wife and kids. Other people's kids too. Sometimes pets. Hateful little man. But you seem to be having fun.
Pretty good at
Your
this.
game is definitely improving. The jolly goats are flying all over the board.
Why drink the tea
and
when you can
although
spill
a
it?
few plummet to their deaths, you're never left with less than 3. Suddenly, a special passage leading to the summit slides open at the top of the board. This is where the balls need to go.
Alright, let's
Maneuvering
go.
a goat ball into a position for a perfect hit isn't easy. More fall to their deaths. But finally, the opportunity presents itself. One of them gets through. Tiny hammer shatters something inside the machine. Something glass. The words "Pale Rupture" light up on the speaker panel, and the machine starts filling with a
Tragically,
thick
do not have much
milky
tea to
fog.
spill right now. Yeah,
Something's
same.
happening.
Congratulations. This is where the game ends. It's a cheap way of getting more money out of the players. A stupid nihilistic finale.
There's so much fog, you can barely see anything. Some is actually leaking out of the machine, and one by one, your goats start slipping, disappearing into the milky nothingness. Lucky goats. The fog looks soft and inviting. This can be navigated. The balls leave almost imperceptible disruptions in the fog. Use them to calculate where they hit next. You're down to your last goat, going mostly by sound. Eyes are useless at this point, but that goat is something special. 5 times you snatch him back from the jaws of death.
Can be done. Just
I've
watch.
seen it before. Played it too. You will eventually make a mistake, and then it's all over.
How, if you can't even see it? The last goat plummets into the fog with almost suicidal glee. It killed itself to spite you. There goes nothing, Finger Boy.
Finger Boy. Isaac let TJ in.
This small elevator is dimly lit by a bulb that's been glowing for ages. Smells of nougat and sweat. Your head brushes up against the ceiling. There is a control panel to your right, and just enough room for 2 people to fit in. The maintenance card under the control panel reads, Last maintenance, 10th July, 88.
This last maintenance was in 88.
I say, let's brave it. At the end of the
Long
last
time
century,
ago.
Look on the bright side. If it fails, we will only sustain minor injuries. We're looking 3, maybe 4 months in the hospital. Maximum 5.
Well, let's go up. Smokes. Tools. Futurism themed pinball machine. Pinball maker's coat.
So this is where they brought 40 pinball machines to fix them up. A long time ago.
Interesting.
Everything's covered with dust now. The lieutenant looks around the dusty, crowded room, inspecting the tools on the shelf.
Used to be a pinball
Looks
workshop.
I'm guessing Martinez North 22 used to be a pinball arcade before it became a hostel. There are machines left over.
A creak. Some dust falls off a shelf.
Downstairs in the hall, next to the main door. One of them even works. I've seen one of the hardest bang away at it.
Remember the dice maker? Then that means...
Whirling in Rags was once the East Delta Pinball Arcade.
Ah, yes, as the novelty dice maker said. This has absolutely nothing to do with the case, I'm sure. But I do like a nice little connection.
But then it went bankrupt. Your skin crawls from making the connection.
That means the Whirling in Rags is part of the
That's
doomed
true,
commercial
then
area.
Our cafeteria manager is not going to like it. We should tell him what we found up here, omitting that suspicion. He does not appear to be the kind of man who likes his establishment to be part of a neighborhood ghost story about bankruptcy.
Stupid superstition. But still, it would be interesting to see what the cafeteria manager thinks.
TJ has been let in.
It's not a ghost story. It's a
Glad to
curse,
hear it.
And God ought to be made knowledgeable.
Mom's
so
getting
he could
McDonald's, which
perform
means the kids are getting Happy Meals. McDonald's.
At some point,
McDonald's.
20 years ago, 15 maybe, before pinball went
Free
global.
Pokemon stickers. Hell yeah. Footprints?
You clearly see footprints in the downy carpet of dust.
Jackpot. These, unlike everything else here, are new.
Someone's
3
been here.
weeks maximum, from the dust coverage. It could easily have been 1 week too. You know, officer.
This is good. He likes it. That's a little smile there, in the dark of the workshop.
This isn't bad at all. It was a good idea to see where that door leads. Commendable work bringing us to this place.
Let's have a
Large
closer look.
prints, most likely made by
Me
ghosts.
leveling up because
The
Kim
size
is happy with
hard
me.
to determine. Soul could be bigger than vamp. The souls have left a pattern, uniform, horizontal lines. One person has been here. They've gone back and forth. The tips point both ways.
It's like one person
Between
went back
that
and forth.
And that.
Doesn't look like the workers'
No,
boots from the hanging.
these little horizontal lines are different. They look custom-made to me. Or some kind of foreign print. Hard to say. Still a boot, though. The size looks about the same, actually. They're not the same shoe, but they could be
Interesting.
the same person.
Everything around you is quiet.
It means
does this
someone
mean?
snuck through what seems like a secret route, behind our rape victim's room.
Let's move on.
The door is small but heavy looking. It's barred
I am
from the
back,
inside.
needing to complete.
Unless
Nice.
we've veered off into a folded M dimension, I'm expecting to step out on the roof. We could ask Glacia about this route, see how she reacts.
Yes, it is quite likely that we will re-emerge on the M plane. Brace for psychokinetic impact. Or the roof.
Okay. Let's go talk to her once normally before being like, hey, we found a secret route
All
to
these
your room.
mesmerizing machines, just waiting to be plugged. Feels like it might jump back to life any moment. The lights illuminating the white-robed woman.
What's white
Some
Diora?
kind of inane pinball theme, probably related to Messina during the DeLorean age. The history themes are the worst.
The lieutenant grimaces, looking at the machines.
Sounds like you don't enjoy
No,
pinball, Kim.
I love it. I love pinball. Who doesn't love pinball? Let's move on.
He doesn't.
Let's move on then.
Master Investigator, you just can't keep yourself away from locked and hidden places, can you?
What do you mean?
Nothing. You're right. Get in there. Deep. Invade every personal space. Break every lock.
I'm just
Yes,
browsing.
That's what it is. A quick peek here.
Most important one that you must complete. Alright. Let's go talk to Garza, and then the victim.
Hey, was that?
Well, well. Bringing in that new bird sure made a difference in his attitude.
Nope. I thought we were going to tell him about the thing, but I guess not.
The door is closed.
Who is it?
Tired. Control.
This is the police. Can we come in?
Come on up. The door is open. I'm drying my hair.
Sounds like it's coming from upstairs somewhere.
Hotel bill calculations. Very sad room. Bathroom.
This medicine cabinet is pharmaceuticals line the shelves. Sheet upon sheet of pill bottle next to pill bottle. Acetylic acid, APAP, eye drops, blood thinners.
Quite the collection in here.
Pill bottles rattle like bones as you search the cabinet. Paracetamol, histoperidol, something in a foreign language you can't read. Behind them, an unusually
Nope,
shaded
not Isaac again. Back to Emma.
symbol reads Nacra. Nacra. This is used to treat opioid overdoses. Always handy to have around.
Nacra.
Interesting. That's used for diamorphine overdoses.
Lucas, what have you figured out in the past hour? Oh god, so in the past hour, what's the last thing you remember, Teach? Because a lot has happened. Search the pill sheets.
Among some foreign, probably Messinian or Gotvaldian, marked red blister packs you find. What do you find? This is a bright orange bottle with Preptide stamped on it. In sunny, happy letters. Jackpot, baby.
Isaac is busy skinning grapes.
Your palms begin to
Interesting.
sweat just holding that little plastic container.
What's so exciting
It's
about it?
Man. Just what you're looking for. They call it dextroamphetamine and talk about psychological disorders. But what we're seeing here is some scientifically advanced trucker speed.
Lieutenant,
a
prep
euphemism
tight
for
here.
pharmaceutical amphetamine. Prescription speed.
The fuck are you waiting for? Let's get super fucking preppy.
Alright, so Teach, basically, so far today, we made it to the other side. At one point we did lose an hour of time because I died and the last autosave hadn't been for like an hour. So, we discovered the dead man on the dock, went to Morel the cryptozoologist, came back, reported the dead body, took that case, excuse me, took that case, found the wife, told her that he was dead, gave a new bird to Garza, told Lena that her husband is coming back soon, painted a wall, and finally asserted authority over Titus Hardy. I think that's the over-under on what's been done. Hastily made bed.
This window is pristine on the inside, unlike the one next, smooth as ice.
Interesting.
There are spots of mud and rain on the outside, even smudges. But the surface of the window, following your lead, the lieutenant leans in closer to inspect the surface.
Window was recently replaced.
You know which window has not been recently replaced?
What is this, guilt now?
Maybe it isn't. I mean, 24-hour window is out of business. What were your options?
Stop distracting him! He has work to do. Plus, if I recall, the window has been giving him shit ever since he got here.
Thank you, Horrific Necktie. You know what's up.
This is the door to the pinball workshop that you left barred on the inside.
Smell of cigarettes in the air.
Just as you look at the flowers, a gust of wind raises them from the roof, picking them up in the air. You catch a single white flower between your fingers.
Okay, everybody who's ready to do a field trip for Miss Madison's kitchen.
It's a Maybell. The young woman looks at the Maybell in your hand, just a glance, then takes a drag of her cigarette. The lieutenant gives you an acknowledging little nod.
Welcome to the roof.
Her hair is still slick from the shower. Below her silvery jumpsuit, an athletic young body, built long and lean.
I'm sorry for the mess down there. The cleaning lady hasn't come by in days. I'm beginning to wonder if she ever will.
Nice
It's
view you've
much
got
nicer
here.
now.
Where the dead body used to hang, clearly visible from the roof, but no longer.
Thank you for that, officers. Truly.
There is something in her light brown eyes, a sadness, when she thinks about the death of that man.
You mentioned a cleaning lady. I think I need one.
Oh, yes. Legends of room number 1 have made their way around the building. They say a portal to hell has opened in there.
Disco
They
Infernum.
also say that's why the cleaning lady quit. Because of the Infernum.
I'm Kim Kitsuragi. I'm a detective from Precinct 57.
Isaac has
I believe
apples
you
in
have
his
already
kitchen.
met my colleague from Precinct 41.
Have I ever? This is the fabled cop of the apocalypse. What happened, man? The end was supposed to be mere seconds away. Why we're still here?
Disappointed it's dragging out like this. What a farce.
I know. What now?
There's a goodie in the Discord. He's getting sadder and sadder as he skins the grapes, and then he pulverizes them.
No, we are investigating the murder of the man down there. The people who put him there have asked us to talk to
Let's
you.
look at the Discord goodie. Yo, this guy's skinning grapes.
Huh. I see.
Be careful. Ask something else first. When you go there, use words like, I hear you have been through something difficult.
What's your name, miss, for the record?
Amandu.
What's your specialization?
Something stupid. Oranese
is
lit.
Oranese lit?
Literature. It's what I studied at the university.
What's that
Fear of
about?
failure, fear of death, how it sucks to be Oranese.
My address
All
is
national
4.
literatures are.
Please respond.
Only the name of the nation changes.
If that's true, then Revacholian lit would fit you like a glove.
Thank you. That's it
The
for the record.
record. So official.
She pulverized on my skin until I grapes.
She looks
What's this
at the
wildflower?
dried petals in your palm, then lightly touches one with her fingernail. Chipped white polish covers the nail. It's long and sharp, like a
He only has 2 apples, barely enough to make them plural, and if he gives them up, he will starve like a Victorian child during the midday meal.
Pretty. Looks like a dried maybell. Is that the one you caught? Sambo style?
Why was it there?
Why was there a flower on the roof?
Let him
Oh,
perish
no,
then.
officer. Because of the wind?
We all know that Galactic is more important than Isaac in this chat.
Or an admirer? She watches you pocket the petals, then closes her eyes as she breathes in the cigarette fumes.
It's not our fault Bro's harvest wasn't bountiful. They tell us you've been through something difficult.
Something difficult? I've been through at least half a dozen difficult things. Which one do you mean?
Are you sexually
By
assaulted, miss?
Sexually assaulted, you mean raped?
Yes.
It's a bit early in the morning for raped, isn't it?
It's 3 o'clock.
She sounds positively buoyant, vivacious, totally unbothered.
What does that mean?
I'm gonna go with not raped. I
Hmm.
can't say that stuff about him. Tell them it's not my style. They'll have to, you know, if they want to jazz up the charges, they'll have to get someone more, rapeable.
Are you saying that you were asked to tell us you were assaulted?
Not explicitly, but I understood what they meant. It wouldn't hurt to spice things up a bit. Some assault and battery. Sexual assault, maybe. It was clear the latter would be spicier.
Titus asked you to spice things up for
Pretty
us.
much.
Warming them.
What did happen between you and the
We
victim?
partied.
The kind that I do?
With all due respect, sir, I think we partied a little harder than that.
Harder than
Oh,
this.
It is. You're still alive.
What did you do when you partied?
We drank, sir. A lot. For weeks, basically. We had that effect on each other. We made each other drink harder.
What did
That's
happen
why I
between you and the
liked
victim? Yes, that's the question I asked.
What else?
Stimulants. Speed also has that effect, making you drink harder. And then drinking harder makes you do more speed. It's quite the combination. We also had sex.
Were feelings
A little.
involved?
The drugs were good enough, and we did enough of them.
How did you two meet?
Downstairs, at the bar. He was on some sort of assignment. A military man, as you probably know. Had a cool, scary scar.
Oh. I see now. No, yeah. What happened between you and the victim? Referring to the victim of the murder that happened.
She appears aloof, but that scar part, the scary, is stressed and drawn out. What's that about? Apprehension? With longing. She misses him.
When was this?
A month ago? Something like that.
What did they hang him for, if not rape?
He had something to do with the strike. When
He
I've been
almost
roiling
ruined my
since I got
marriage.
here. Rotten timing. But you probably know all about it.
And his role in this strike was what?
I think he was in a security detail. He was ex-military. Worked for Wild Pines. And against the Union. We didn't discuss work much, if you know what I mean. But I understood it was dangerous.
And they lynched him for it?
She nods.
Why was there a bullet in his head?
Bullet? They shot him too?
I'm not picking up on any theatrecraft here, sir. The pause is sincere.
They stripped his clothes and they shot him?
You mean after they hanged him?
I'm confused, sorry.
So am I. Were you aware that he had also been shot, miss?
Things are starting to go a little over my head here. I thought he was hanged. I was not present when they did it. I don't know what happened. I just know what they told me. And Sylvie, the bartender.
We're working on such a good clip right now. Oh.
This is beginning to get confusing for you too, and we don't like that. Where was she last Sunday night?
Where were you when this happened?
I was cowering downstairs with Sylvie.
How do the Hardy Boys
They're
know you?
frequent guests downstairs. They have a booth for union members. They're probably down there now.
And how did
Over
you meet?
drinks. It's been a long, boring winter.
Did you party?
A little, yeah.
Like you partied with the deceased?
No, not as hard.
I'm sorry to have to ask this, but have you had a physical relationship with any of the Hardy Boys?
I have.
Which?
Which ones, sir? I don't remember precisely. Titus, obviously. But as I said, it's been a long winter.
Could that have been part of the reason they hanged him?
Could that be why they lynched him? Jealousy?
I hope not. Actually, I know that's not the reason. I'm careful about that kind of thing. Not crossing the wires, you know?
Huh.
But that's probably where they got the rape idea.
What do you mean?
Men like that? I don't know. It's the way their imaginations work. I suspect it's what they'd like to do to me.
Ugh.
She changes balance from one foot to another, crossing her legs.
What can you
I'm
tell
sorry,
me about
I
him?
can't do it. Not right now. Later, maybe. I keep seeing him. Like he is now. I can't talk about his... I don't know. Hair.
I know it's difficult, miss. We can return to it later.
Thank you
She
for telling us all
breathes a
this.
silvery sigh of relief and weariness. The air on the roof feels humid.
Should we head by downstairs, officer? We may have things to discuss there.
As he says so, you feel the young woman looking at you and get a feeling you can't quite put your finger on. A suspicion?
Had something else before
She
we go.
nods. Silvery cigarette fumes disappear into her mouth.
No,
Why
never
not?
mind.
I'll be here until 11 p.m. Drinking coffee, most likely.
As you turn, a bright light catches your eye, making you squint.
Where's it
From a
coming
distant
from?
sunset, a stage light, flash photography, nowhere in particular. It's just what superstar law officers do. They squint at lights, and they solve shit.
Yeah, that's me. I've been establishing my superstardom hard lately.
You have. You're a big dick cop, Dick Mullen. Salam Rocky Bayi, badass on the edge disco cop. Time to recede into a ludicrous fantasy world. Here we go. Camera, lights.
Wait, what about a ludicrous
Gear.
fantasy world?
You know, beneath it is just heartbreak, a pulmonary tract infection, atherosclerotic disease. This is where you say action and reconceptualize all that. Reinvent it as the world's first celebrity police officer.
No.
Looks like we have more to discuss with those so-called Hardy Boys. Half their reasoning just went out the window.
I think this will make them
Nothing will
cooperate.
Make them respect the RCM, but it will disrupt the game they prepared for us. We just stripped off one layer of whatever it is. Her decision to not corroborate their story was definitely not part of the plan.
Why did she
What
tell
else
us all
could
that?
she have done? Lie? She saw there was no way to lie and get away with it.
Not sure she had to lie. I
If
wouldn't
not
have known.
you, then me. It was a smart move from her.
She
You
seems
think so?
candid.
Being candid is the best way to lie. The appearance of candor with some facts thrown in draws attention away from whatever one.
Not me just now realizing after 22 years that candid and candor come from the same root.
She may be trying to control the pace of the investigation. Anyway, we should move. I suspect our inquiries will bring us back here soon enough.
Alright. Let's... Let's talk to her about the secret passage now.
You can almost see the shape of a man and a woman writhing inside, bathed in drug sweat and dirty linens.
You can barely see through. Better not to jump to sensationalist conclusions here. The footprints on the floor, however, definitely suspicious.
Boring footprints. I want to jump to sensationalist conclusions.
What are those
You
people
lean
doing
closer
there?
to the peephole instinctively. I bet they're doing something quite unnatural there. Sensationally unnatural. This is the inside.
Unbar the door.
Officer, it's a fine day for... Yes, you're just...
Good. Yes. This means she could have heard something. Like
Where are
what
you
she
on
was
Sunday
doing.
nights?
You do not need to know that. What you need is to ask...
Get a grip, he thinks. At least do your personal stuff.
Alright. So she doesn't have any comments about the secret passage? Okay. I guess we'll never learn how Isaac was a homewrecker. What? I'm confused, but that's nothing new. Alright, Mr. Hardy.
The clowns are still hanging around. What is it now?
Sorry, I'm baking. Let's go over the rape victim again.
Seriously, man. Fine. Fire away.
So the rape, when was
He
that?
did it before we killed him. He's not gonna do it again. So what does it matter?
It would help if we establish a timeline.
All right. 2 weeks, maybe? I don't know. I need another beer.
Here you go, boss.
So what's your relationship with her?
How well do you know her?
A small twitch in the corner of Kim's mouth. He has a hunch about what knowing means.
Well enough, Copper. We party. She's been here for a few months.
So she's
You
not
mean
from around here?
Revachol? Nah. She's an immigrant. Or a drifter of some sort. Been staying here over the winter.
Don't you give her any more trouble. She's just had some bad luck, that's all.
Shut up, Angie. She doesn't need your help.
Titus gives them both a look.
Interesting.
They fall silent. What's with all the silences? It's like these guys don't know how to feel about this. You should keep picking at it. And what was up with the partying she and Titus did? It sounded fun.
So, what do you mean by
What
partying?
do you think I meant?
Did you do karaoke?
Yeah. Tons of it.
Seriously?
All the songs.
So the two of you were
No,
close?
We just fucked. That's all.
Alright.
I'm not gonna give you any details
Ew.
if that's what you're after. So put your dick away.
Ew.
He really went out of his way to seem comfortable with this topic. That's all you're gonna get for now. He's doing a good job here. A commendable performance of I don't give a shit.
Yeah.
Enough about that.
Whatever.
Except that she wasn't.
I knew that fucking whore couldn't be trusted.
You've hit a nerve. Titus is furious. No, more than that. The loyal Titus feels betrayed.
For the record, Titus Hardy did not explicitly specify him as a whore, nor did he say anything about trusting her.
Oh, shut up and stay out of this, Liz. He raped her. He was out of his fucking mind. You have no idea.
She's just in denial, asshole. You don't understand the traumatic.
Twitch really
experience.
hates you today. I'm sorry, Galactic.
She's shutting down, and she doesn't fucking trust you.
Yeah, she's crazy, you know. A crazy bitch. You know the type. She's fucked up.
Cut the
Lawman,
bullshit. She told the truth.
I'm at the end of my goddamn rope with you. I fucking told you not to push her. And you went and pushed her. I am gonna fucking
Hit you. Duck.
Titus Hardy.
Success. Titus backs off. Fists down, everybody.
Everett personally sent me to take care of this. If this goes south,
Close and reopen the
we'll
app
all
at
be
least
in the
100 times.
shit.
Oof, that's
But
rough.
you, Titus Hardy, are going to be buried. Am I understood?
The room is so quiet you could hear a pin drop. The rest of the cafeteria has gone quiet, too. Someone has to rush in to break the tension. The second in command.
Look, Copper. We know that that fuck was a rapist and a killer. We got him confessing
This
to
is
it
still not
today.
Isaac.
Show it to him, T. What's the harm, right?
Here, jerkwad. Listen to this shit. And then come back and tell me the soldier of the apocalypse was an innocent man.
Another apocalyptic actor in town. This is their last play, this tape. Their story is in tatters, a mess. It might be nice to listen to, but at this point, you don't need to.
Why should I care about the
You
tape?
don't care about evidence. The fuck are you a cop for, then?
Pigs, T. They don't care about getting the truth. They care about getting convictions. They are fucking keeping a score on their bulletin boards.
I won't be on your bulletin board. If you don't listen to the tape, we got nothing to talk about.
So where can I listen to
I'm
this?
sure we can find a tape player.
Where can I listen to this?
Yeah, play it with your ass.
I'm sure we
Alright.
can find a tape player.
Your room had one. Or maybe it's too broken.
So where'd you get the tape?
You think we go into this shit deaf and dumb? You RCM aren't the only ones who know how to bug people. There's no university degree for that.
So you've bugged them. How?
We have machines. We're in logistics. How do you think a harbor works? It's advanced stuff.
Understood? You've listened in on their communications. How long?
Since way before their chief started taking swing lessons.
Things got nice and quiet after that.
So which one of you is doing this advanced radio
Not
work?
advanced. You just hold up in a coop all day, writing down what they say. It gets hot as hell in there.
Don't put yourself down, Angus. It's important work.
Yeah, man. You're like a radio genius or something. Those notes are some in-depth stuff. Indexes and shit.
So it's on the
What's
tape.
on it? We call it the door gun a mega mix. You'll know why once you listen to it.
That's
Don't
enough for
forget
now.
your tape, lawman. Compliments of Titus Hardy.
Fine, I'll
You
listen
do
to it.
that. Oh, and keep it. Maybe you'll need a reminder of human ugliness someday.
You stare at the great door gunner. The tape feels ominous. Upon it, 6 crumbling petals.
This is the
This is
insulin
Ken.
lily, called Mabel's or Lucille's tears during the Revolution. Girls
Huh.
used to pin these on soldiers before sending them off to battle.
This flower is a spring flower, but it's a bit early for that, isn't it?
Coincidence being on the roof?
Maybe not. We'll see.
Does it blossom
Yes,
in early
but not
spring?
this early. Not to
Hmm.
my knowledge. It looks dried, preserved.
The
I don't
petals
know.
feel dry and fragile in your hand.
Okay. It should be late enough now that we can call in about the armor.
Inside, you see a set of steering levers, a radio microphone.
This is
Radio.
Precinct 57.
Anything
Still
about the
no
armor?
word, I'm afraid, sir. I know it must be frustrating. 57.
In the cabin, you see
Thought that was only supposed to take about a day. Sorry, my cat tried to eat my burger. Isaac would like me to say, seems like it wasn't Isaac's fault after all. Wow, Isaac, okay. Okay. So, we got a lot done today, and went for over 3 hours, which is longer than I had originally planned to. So, I think we're gonna call it a day here. Get the game saved. So, thanks for hanging out here today, everyone. Hope you enjoyed it. I think we're, hopefully we'll... Let's see. I think Teej originally said we had 12 episodes left. He wasn't peeling apples, he was peeling swishing grapes, which I would argue is sadder and worse. Hopefully we are on the route to proving Teej wrong on how many episodes we have left to this. But thanks for hanging out, everyone. It was for TJ's Pulpy Ice. But anyway, for anyone here, if you've been hanging out and want to give us a follow, we always really appreciate those. If you want to join our Discord, you can do it there. It's been having, actually, a lot of activity recently. It's been a big time for that. If you want to catch up on any of our old VODs, you can find those on our YouTube there. And if you just want to see the short, funny moments, you can check out our Clips channel, which I have been remembering to update recently. I had such a great time, it was wonderful. Glad you enjoyed it. Velvet, you do bring the party, Velvet. But so, thanks for coming, everyone. You've got some new good clips. Okay, I'll look into those. But thanks for hanging out, everyone. Hope you enjoyed it. Next thing on the schedule will be Tuesday. Teej and I are going to be back with some more D-Boss. Always a great time. So, hopefully, you'll all come and hang out then. But, yeah. Hope everyone had a good time. Hope everyone has a good rest of your Saturday. Hope everyone has a good Sunday and Monday before we see y'all again. And... God, so it's like, I'm so bad at ending streams, which is why I started the bit where I just end the stream as soon as